Rams and the American River College Beavers. Fresno City coming into this one 1-1 overall on the year. They're coming off of a thrilling come-from-behind victory on the road at Sierra, 41-38, as the Rams sit at 1-1 overall, coming into this one ranked 14th in the JC Athletic Bureau poll, facing off against the American River College Beavers. Beavers 0-2 to start the year. Eric Bentley sitting alongside Gino Morrow at the top of the stands here at Ratcliffe Stadium. Gino, back here, it's Staff and Faculty Appreciation Night. Hopefully it should be a good crowd, and maybe anticipating a little more points from the Rams than we saw the last time they were out here on the field at Ratcliffe.
Yeah, that first game against Diablo Valley was a little bit of, let's call it a little bit of the shake, so to speak, the early jitters and what have you. It was literally pretty much one of those games where you knew what you had, but you weren't able to execute. And I think this game, after having 2 games under your belt now, this game is more of a focus on let's execute in this game. Let's make things happen.
So if you weren't watching or paying attention to those 2 games, let's give you a little bit more of the backstory on how things happened. The first game of the year here at Ratcliffe Stadium 2 weeks ago, it was a loss to Diablo Valley College. Final score of that game was 10-3. The Rams had plenty of opportunities. They were able to move the ball. They turned it over on downs a couple of times, had a touchdown that missed out at the back of the end zone, some costly penalties. But like Gino said, it was a lot of kind of week 1, maybe work through it. And it took them a little bit to work through it last week at Sierra. They trailed for a majority of the game, and it wasn't until they were able to put 24 points on the board in the fourth quarter to come from behind and get that victory. Yajay Vance, the quarterback, really leading the charge offensively for the Rams there down the stretches. They scored, I believe it was 3 touchdowns plus a field goal there in that fourth quarter to take the lead. So maybe that's what this offense needs to get going, is coming off of a nice quarter last weekend.
And it's going to take everybody. Literally, last weekend's victory literally took the village, so to speak. I mean, a lot of touches by the running backs, a lot of touches by the receivers. They were able to spread the ball out. They were able to get the ball downfield. They weren't able to do that in game 1. And all credit to Diablo's defense as well. They played a really good game. Very little mistakes, and that's going to be the key to today's game. Very little mistakes is going to win this game today.
As I'm sure you can hear over the PA speakers, and now you can see it on your screen, the Rams have taken the field here for the second time at home this season, looking for their first win at home. Going back to that Fresno City offense, though, you mentioned wide receivers. Jacob English had a really nice outing there against Sierra. 8 receptions, 157 yards, and a touchdown. Obviously, when you can get the passing game going, that's great. Something that the Rams have struggled, though, this season offensively to get going so far has been the game on the ground.
True, and they've stuck to coaches' theories, and they bought into everything, and that's why the payoff was what it was last week. They literally bought into the fact that they knew they have the power, they have people, they have the positions, they know they got they know they have the pieces to make things move, and coach definitely has them on the same page for this game.
Now, as for American River, it's been kind of a bumpy start for the Beavers so far. They earned the 5th ranking they were ranked 5th in the JC Athletic Bureau preseason poll. They've lost their first 2 games of the year. The first one, a 21-13 season opening loss to COS, and then a 44-30 loss at Diablo Valley College. Despite this record, though, this is a Beaver offense that can move the ball, averaging 423 yards and 21 points a game.
And both of these teams, like you said earlier, have played Diablo Valley, so they know what good defenses look like. They know how to execute, and that's what they're going to have. Like I said earlier, they're going to have to bring that execution out tonight.
So we're just moments away from the national anthem. Before we get there, though, one more thing that I want to touch on, and we talked about it at the end of our broadcast 2 weeks ago. We kind of gave a little bit of a player of the game aspect, and punter Dean Scrivener was one of those guys, and he had a heck of a week last week as well on the road at Sierra. On the season, 7 punts averaging 47 yards a boot. He's pinned 4 of them inside the 20 with a long of 72. You got a chance to talk to him yesterday. What did you learn from talking to Scrivener?
I learned a lot, actually. I learned a lot that, like I said earlier, these guys have bought into the theories and into the game plan that coach is teaching them. They enjoy coming out here. They enjoy working hard. They enjoy putting that uniform on. And literally, we're talking about a kid who was a quarterback in high school that moved over to the punting position because of the love of the game. You can't take that away from these guys, and literally, when they put that uniform on, there's a purpose, and they're definitely. That was the one thing I did learn from the 3 guys I got to talk to yesterday. Is they've got purpose, and they're going to show you about it today.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about your conversations as the game goes on. Hopefully for the Rams, they don't necessarily have to see Scrivener too much, because you see him out there, that means that you're not scoring many points. Looks like we are just moments away from the national anthem here on a beautiful afternoon in Fresno. 90 degrees with a 9-mile-an-hour wind blowing north to south, and a little late summer haze that is over there across the horizon. Coin toss has been completed, so we'll step out here from the booth as the colors are presented and the national anthem is played, and then we'll be back for kickoff of Fresno City taking on American River here on CMAC.
Yard line, as our nation's colors are presented today by the Fresno High School Color Guard. Please remain standing and remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem, performed today by Holly Ashton.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem performed by Holly Ashton.
Another wonderful rendition of the national anthem here at Fresno City, just moments away from kickoff, as American River, during that national anthem, was still over there on the north end in the warm-up field. They are making the walk down the tunnel now, as we are just a couple of minutes away from opening kickoff of what should be a fun one here between Fresno City College and the American River College Beavers. Eric Bentley, Gino Morrow up here in the booth bringing you all the action. I mentioned it just before the national anthem. 90 degrees outside here this afternoon, a 9-mile-an-hour wind, same direction that we saw it when we were here 2 weeks ago, moving from the north end of the stadium to the south end of the stadium. So you will get a helping breeze with the ball in the air when you're headed towards the south side of the stadium. A little bit of a late summer haze. There's been some fires around in the surrounding mountain areas, so you look up, you try and get a glimpse of the mountains. You can't really see through it. You can see the foothills a little bit, so just a little bit of haze on a breezy afternoon, but still some really nice weather, as both of these teams getting out there and trying to put some points up on the board here this afternoon.
Football weather. Time to play some football.
So here come now the Beavers after a little bit of a delay. But everybody's here, and it looks like we're just about ready to go. Again, like I mentioned, Staff and Faculty Appreciation Night. So hopefully, I'm looking below me, it does look like a pretty decent crowd there. Fresno City cheerleaders have filed in on the track in between the bleachers and the home bench.
A good-looking crowd tonight, for sure. Still people filing in, too. Cars are still parking.
So I thought we did the coin flip a little bit earlier. It must have just been a captain's meeting, because we're still out there on the 50-yard line, waiting to see who's going to get the ball first. If you're the Rams, you got to think maybe you would want to get the ball first, pick up where you left off. You know, starting 2 weeks ago, the offense was on a roll. Let's break that down a little bit while we've got a minute, because for the Rams, at one point in that game last weekend, they trailed 31-17. That was late in the third quarter, but it was in the fourth quarter where Fresno City really started to get back into it. Yajay Vance with a 3-yard touchdown run cut into the deficit, so the Rams only trailed 31-24, and then it was Yajay Vance using the air as he connected with Jacob English from 22 yards out in what looked like it was going to tie the game, but Liam Peterson missed the extra point, so the one play gets the 6 points, and it was a 31-30 deficit for the Rams. Liam Peterson was able to make up for it, though, shortly afterwards. He kicked a 33-yard field goal with 8 minutes and 40 seconds left to give Fresno City a 33-31 advantage, but Sierra wasted no time, driving 75 yards down the field in 10 plays, taking up 5:21 on the clock to retake the lead over the Rams with only 3 minutes and 19 seconds to play in the game. But that was enough time for Yajay Vance and the Rams to do what they needed to do, which was get down the field and score, as Amani Sua hauled in a 9-yard touchdown pass from Vance. The 2-point conversion was good, and the Rams defense, which we'll talk about in a little bit, was able to keep Sierra off the board for the remaining minute and 13 seconds of that one, as the Rams come away victorious 41-38. Gino, we did talk a lot about the offenses there in the pregame. Defense going to be a big question mark kind of on both sides for both American River and for Fresno City, to kind of see how each defense is going to settle in.
Yeah, and Fresno City runs a traditional 3-4 type defense. And talking in my interview the other day, Antonio Cherry, number 11, I got to sit with him, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, number 11. We were talking about the defensive scheme, and he basically broke it down to me where he didn't give me any inside information except for the fact that everybody knows their jobs. Stick to your job, and good things will happen. And that's kind of what he was saying in our interview yesterday. That's kind of what Coach has been preaching. Stick to your job, good things will happen.
So it's going to be the Beavers kicking off to the Rams to get this one started. A pair of returners deep for Fresno City. Kicking off for the Beavers, number 48, Alex Hensley. The 6'2 freshman takes his step off.
American River has one kid from the Central Valley on their squad, number 83, Jamel Horton out of Clovis. So hopefully we'll get to see him on the field sometime today, showing off that track attitude.
Hensley sends it deep, and this one will sail over the head and out the back of the end zone. So a touchback will send Fresno City out to the 25-yard line, and that's where this drive will get started. As the Rams huddling up there, Yajay Vance, the 6'1", 200-pound sophomore quarterback out of Edison High School. Gino was just mentioning only one local product on the American River roster. No shortage of local products on this Fresno City roster, as we'll touch on throughout the course of the afternoon. But it'll be Vance in the shotgun to start things. I believe that's Andrew Chavez back there, split to his right. Back to throw on the first play of the game. Now has to step up into the pocket looking for somebody. Now he's going to flip it up in front, and Chavez is unable to corral the shovel pass. Dangerous play there from Vance, flipping it out near the line of scrimmage, but falls harmlessly to the turf as Chavez can't come up with it. 2nd and 10.
Dangerous, but I like it because Vance actually shows that he's got trust already in his players. Like you said earlier, let's get the ball and let's get that momentum going.
So the Rams were trying to get Vance throwing on first down. Brings up 2nd and 10. Fakes the handoff to Chavez. Now gets it out wide for Jordan Colbert. Colbert with some space. He's got the sideline, and he's shoved out of bounds at the 44-yard line on 2nd and 10. A big gainer for the first down of the afternoon.
And a good isolation block for Noe Felix, number 13, on that play. He gives him the opportunity to cut up and cut back and get about an extra 10 to 15 yards on that play. Nice job by the offense.
So officially marked out of bounds at the 43-yard line of Fresno City, but a fresh set of downs for the Rams. They send Amani Sua in motion from left to right. Shotgun snap. Vance going to hand it off inside now, bouncing left and surging forward for a gain of about 2 goes. I believe that was Chavez again.
Yeah, tough yardage there. And Christopher Butters with the stop for the Beavers. Good job isolating and seeing and shutting that gap down. 2nd and 8 now for the Rams.
Vance again in shotgun. We'll see that a lot from the Rams here this afternoon. Chavez split back behind him. Man in motion. There goes Jacob English, and it's going to instead be an inside draw. Chavez has some room. Now he's got a blocker up the right side. Chavez is not going to stay, or rather he is going to stay in bounds. He's tackled out now, lost the ball, but he gets all the way down. See where they mark him out.
Great job by the O-line to shut down the outside,
And that's
give him the
another
room to run. Literally, you could have drove a bus through that hole right there. That was awesome. Great job by the outside job of the tackle and the tight end on that play.
So Chavez with another big gainer was trying to get the edge over there on the far side. Ends up getting knocked out of bounds, but still a pretty good gain. They're going to mark him out all the way back at the 20. Vance takes the shotgun snap, now throws right side. That one, nice snag there on the left side from Jacob English, trying to make a man miss, but is wrapped up in bounds. It'll be a gain of about 3.
Not the best throw, but effective throw nonetheless.
That's complete.
And literally gives Holmes an
Jacob
opportunity to
English.
get outside, but good job for
Second down.
number 14 on their side. Again, Butters closing down and getting the tackle.
Rams trying to get Jacob English going after that 8 reception, 150-yard performance last week. Fake the handoff. They get it outside again, but this time the Beavers ready for it. A swarm tackle, and for no gain, English goes down. It'll bring up 3rd and about 6.
Look like the left or right side of the defense sniffed that play out. Nobody was buying.
Christopher Butters and Mason Kelly on the stop. Third
Once again,
down.
good job for the Beavers defense.
Looks like Jordan Colbert, the running back, in there for the Rams now. He'll send 3 out to the right, 1 to the left on this 3rd and 7. Colbert split to the right with Vance in the shotgun. Vance looking to his right now, has to go back left. He's got a lot of room on the sideline, 15-10, and gets out of bounds, and it'll be enough, I believe, for a Fresno City first down. It'll set him up with 1st and goal.
I don't know if he recognized the blitz in the beginning, but he definitely saw it when it happened. And he was able to find the left side of the line.
Good for
Had
a
control of the back to where he was able to get outside and make a move and pick up the first down. Great job by Vance.
So we touched on it a little bit at the beginning of the broadcast. The ground game has kind of been inconsistent for the Rams through the first 2 games of the year. They've been running the ball well here on this opening drive as Vance in the shotgun yet again, this time 1st and goal from the 10. Colbert again split out to his right. Now they send Bray Brown in motion. It's going to be inside, and Vance, not much room there up the middle, might have lost a yard.
It looked like the interior lineman had a little struggle on that play as well on the blocking scheme. Looked like the interior linebackers did a stun of some type to the right side and might have confused the guard on that play.
2nd and goal from the 12. Rams have taken 4 minutes off the clock so far here on this opening drive, looking to capitalize on it with some points. 2nd and goal from the 12. Vance, inside handoff again. Colbert looking for space. He's going to fight his way forward and might have gotten back towards the original line of scrimmage. It's still going to bring up a 3rd and long for Fresno City.
Well, it's a struggle on that offensive and defensive line interior right now.
James
That's
Miller, one of the Beavers.
big part of this game is going to be who wins the line of scrimmage today.
Yeah, you look at those 2 runs where Chavez was able to get free. Both of those he was bounced outside because of the traffic in the trenches. 3rd and 10, though, for the Rams. 3rd and goal, rather, I should say. They'll shift everybody over to the right on the line now. Vance takes the shotgun snap, and we've got whistles, and looks like we're going to have our first penalty of the game. Gino, both of these teams. Oh, no, got a timeout called, but will lead us to our next point anyway. Both of these teams not too unfamiliar with seeing that yellow penalty flag out there through the first 2 games of the season.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Fresno had 12 penalties last week. I believe 127 yards or so. And Fresno City's got to realize that we got to cut those back. Cut them in half, if anything, 6 penalties in the game is not going to be as big of an issue as 12. And who knows, you're not going to have that 4th quarter you might have had last week.
So it's American River, who takes their first time out of this first half. It is a relatively big third down here, even though it is so early on in the game, but you want to set the tone, and that's what Fresno City has done up until this point. They've moved the ball down the field with relative ease, converted on a couple of nice third downs, but here they're faced with third and goal from the 10-yard line. They haven't been able to do much on their first two plays. They were both inside runs. You would imagine that Vance is going to get an opportunity to use his arm in this situation here.
And I would hope he would be looking for number 9, Ray Brown, because it looks like he's in single coverage on the outside, up on the top of the right-hand part of your screen.
Vance takes the shotgun snap. He's looking to his left. He's throwing left corner of the end zone. He's got a man, and it is caught for the touchdown. It's Noe Felix, the sophomore, who went up there and snagged it. What a play.
Great throw, too. Vance throwing it up where no one else could get it but Noe. And Noe did a good job in this entire drive, doing his job, putting blocks out there, covering the outside corners. I mean, great job by him. Nice catch.
So Liam Peterson, the freshman, on to attempt the extra point. He's been really good for the Rams here so far through their first two games. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. So Fresno City gets the ball to start the game, and they drive all the way down the field, capped off by a Noe Felix touchdown reception. And it's Fresno City on top of American River here with 9:50 to go in quarter number one.
Noe Felix, great job. Unreal.
That's got to feel good for Noe Felix, too. He was the receiver 2 weeks ago when the Rams were playing Diablo Valley College. It was a 4th and goal from the 5-yard line, and Felix came down with the reception, but he was about 4 to 5 inches out the back of the end zone, and that was a score that would have tied that game. So Felix has got to be happy that not only did he get a touchdown, also pretty nice one, too. The hands to make the catch, and then the footwork to get down as he was being pushed out of bounds. All around, a really nice play, and like you said, the throw from Yajae Vance was perfect. Couldn't have been anywhere else.
Yeah, you can tell Vance is here to play today. He definitely isn't afraid to throw. He made that very apparent in that last TD pass.
Colleen Tully
So Peterson
and Jaden Anderson
will go to kickoff. Halim Thali, one of the 2 Beavers back there to return. Might be Jaden Anderson, the other who's back there with him. Peterson to handle the kickoff duties, checks to make sure both sides are ready to go, and then gets his foot into it.
Nice kick.
And it's going to be Thali who's going to field it from about 2 yards deep in the end zone. He's got a massive hole up the middle, out past the 30. Flag goes down as Thali is pushed out of bounds near the 45, but a penalty marker down at the 31-yard line. This one could be coming back.
Yeah, I think there was some holding in the interior middle part of the field there, and I think that's the reason that that hole opened up so quickly for him. There you go.
So it was indeed a hold in Gino. It was one of those things where even from up here, you see a lane open up that wide. It was such a huge gap in the middle of the field. It looks almost awkward from up here, and you see why. You get a big hole like that when you get a hold. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for American River, their first possession starting from their own 20.
Sure, and it goes back to the special team doing your job. These guys know they have lanes they got to maintain. And sometimes when you get held, your lane gets held, and makes it easy for that back to come through.
So Trevor Hargis, the quarterback for the Beavers, in the shotgun. Steps up and makes a change to his protection. First play for the Beavers is going to be a handoff working to his left and falling forward for about 2. I believe that was number 21, Jeremiah. Or no, that's a defensive back. Nathan Crawford, number 24, with the carry.
Interesting that they had 2 receivers set in the very back on the outside. Basically stuck together on the play. I don't understand that.
So it was a gain of 3. It'll bring up 2nd and 7. Hargis, a 6'5", 220-pound sophomore quarterback. takes the snap, looks to throw. That one tipped before it got to his intended target, looking for Jaden Anderson over there on the left. Somebody from the Rams interior got a piece on it, and it'll be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, I want to say it was Elijah Williams that blocked that ball. It looked like Elijah Williams on that play. It could be wrong. Could be 54 as well. Madrigales. One of those two guys got their hands up.
So an opportunity for the Fresno City defense. A good return negated by a penalty, trying to force a 3-and-out here. Hargis communicating to his receivers, takes the shotgun snap, drops back, looks to throw, finds a man, and he's out across the 35. That's Jeremiah Domingos, the freshman, and much like Fresno City did on their opening drive, American River has a first down.
Yeah, that was a good throw and good lead. Receiver had to come back for it a little bit, but they put it right where they wanted it for the first down. It was a good play, and good job by the offensive line to give them time to do so.
So they've got number 21, Jeremiah Domingos, listed as a defensive back on the roster, but he's been the running back here so far on this first drive. Takes an inside handoff there, looking for space. Not much. He's going to surge forward, actually, and it turns out to be a pretty nice gain of about 5.
Looks like these guys like to scrum a bit. Kind of follow your lead block and then just kind of go with it. Push it forward. The old student body moving forward. Huh?
Domingos, a 5'11 freshman. Nice work there to make it a 2nd and manageable here as the Beavers near midfield on their opening drive. Hargis again in the shotgun. Quick throw to his right, low throw, and it doesn't even give Luis Torres, his wide receiver, a chance.
Yeah, it was a bad throw altogether, but I understand what they were trying to do there. Single coverage on the outside. He breaks away from that single coverage. He's got a lot of reservation to run.
Looked like the timing on that play for the Beavers maybe a little bit off true, too, with that receiver trying to get free out in the flat, but it brings out the 3rd and 6. Rams defense with another opportunity here to force a 3rd down stop.
Definitely a hurried throw. No doubt. 4 defensive players on the line.
Hargis takes the snap, looks to his right, another quick throw, a receiver wide open over the middle. Torres has it this time. Flags come down as Torres is tackled inside the 30, but we'll have to see what the penalty marker is. It's out near midfield, and this one could be coming back.
I think we got offensive holding on a receiver on this play.
Going for an American River first down.
Could be an illegal block, too. Yep.
So offensive pass interference called on the 5'10 freshman Eric Phillips, and that's the second time, well, the first time on this drive we saw a kickoff penalty that set American River back, but now here on the drive, this is going to set the Beavers way back. It's going to go from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 16.
Yeah, and the outside receiver was supposed to put a seal block on that corner, and when he finally did, he actually got in the way of the safety as well. And you can't necessarily make that kind of a football move on 2 players.
Take it back. It's 3rd and 20 for American River here. First down is at the 48. Beavers looking deep. They're going across the middle into traffic. The pass is deflected, and it's going to fall harmlessly to the turf. But Fresno City defense, thanks to the penalty, is able to get the stop on 3rd and long, and American River waits for a minute, but now they'll send out their punt unit.
And he was an open receiver, just unable to keep his hands on it. He knew he was going to pay the piper when he did catch that ball, but he definitely it was definitely open receiver on that play.
Yeah, I was going to say he definitely knew that he was closing in, or rather there were some Rams that were quickly closing in on him if he were able to hang on to that ball. But nonetheless, Fresno City forces the punt. They'll get the ball back here with 7:34 to play in quarter number 1.
Yeah, a lot of red jerseys in his way.
That punt is up. And no fair catch signaled. Rams are going to bring it out. Trying to find some spaces. Brandon Holmes shimmies to his right, now cuts back to the left, and finally is able to be taken down. So it'll be a relatively minimal return, but an entertaining one nonetheless. And Fresno City will have 1st and 10 from their own 37 as they've got a 7-0 lead here in quarter number 1.
A lot of moves that Brandon Holmes has getting away from those defenders. That was kind of impressive. He didn't get a lot of yards on that play, but it was really hard to take him down.
Definitely a high-effort play, letting the rest of his teammates know, hey, I'm not going down unless a couple of different guys have their hands on me. So Yajay Vance and the Rams out for their second opportunity, leading 7-0. Vance sends English in motion. Instead, Vance is going to keep it. He's going to roll to his left. He was looking downfield. Now cuts it up running, trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and he will be tackled right there for no gain.
Vance on the run.
Not exactly sure on that play what he was looking for. He was definitely looking downfield on that play.
Second down.
But I think his checkdowns were all covered.
We've seen that a couple of times where they play action the fake to the right side, and then he comes back and rolls to his left. Kind of the same or similar action there on that play. This time they're going to send English out wide to the right. See if they put him in motion. He's been in motion quite a few times. Nope. Instead, it'll be Sua who moves to the right. Vance takes the shotgun snap. Looking across the middle. He's got a man, and it's caught. It's Jacob English who breaks the tackle. English, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Rams.
Touchdown City.
There we go. Trusting the receivers, just like we talked about earlier in pregame. Vance has found his rhythm, starting to see his receivers downfield, and that was an amazing throw. Let's be honest.
You don't think that those two guys probably got together and said, hey, you know what we did last week? That was fun. Let's try and do it again. And they're off to a great start. Yajay Vance, the touchdown to Jacob English. As Liam Peterson on for the extra point. And everything is good on that. So a quick strike for the Rams. They force the punt. And then Yajay Vance completes to Jacob English. It was only about a 15-yard pass. English did the rest for the touchdown. And Rams quickly on top here in quarter number 1, 14-0.
Yeah, Rams didn't take too much time scoring again. On a big play like that, you got to two things. You got to thank your offensive line for giving you the time to throw it, and a great job by English making that cut on those two defenders after the catch. That's it's hard to teach that kind of stuff.
Second touchdown of the year for English. For Vance, that's his fourth passing touchdown. He had 2 last week. He's got 2 already today. And Fresno City has brought the offense early so far in this one. 6 minutes and 22 seconds to play in the first, and it's a 14-0 Rams advantage.
Rams are scoring, showing the appreciation to the faculty today.
Oh, yeah. Faculty and staff appreciation night. And you know what? I'm sure they're appreciating the points right back.
Mm-hmm. All that hard work starting to pay off.
Peterson sends the kick relatively deep, fielded at the 8-yard line on the right side. Beavers are going to take it out in a nice return out past the 30. And that's where American River will start their second possession here this afternoon.
Nice return, following a few blocks.
Jaden Anderson, it looks like, was the returner for the Beavers on that one.
Didn't look like he had too much room, but he made the best of it and got about 10 more yards on it.
So now the Fresno City defense is doing something that they have not really had the luxury to do a whole lot this season, is play with a 2-score lead. See what that enables this defense to do as the Beavers looking to get something going. A couple of penalties really stopped their drive when they had it the first time. Hargis back to throw, looking deep. He's got a man. It's Jaden Anderson, but the pass just too far out in front by about 3 or 4 yards.
And you can't say you blame him. First down, you want to try something big. You want to go downfield, and there's your receiver that you're going to be going to on these type of plays. So we'll keep an eye on him down the road, number 7.
So the shot play, there was a man open, but Beavers can't connect. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So we know when Jaden Anderson shows up, there's going to be a big play downfield.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hargis in the shotgun. He's going to tuck it and run. He's got some space up the middle, out past the 40 and tackled down at the 44. Good enough for an American River first down.
Hargis with the quarterback keeper.
basically you saw what Vance likes to look at, check downfield, and didn't see anybody open. Saw a couple of running lanes, took one of them, found 11 yards, first down.
Fresh set of downs for American River as they approach midfield.
Ball on the 44.
Again, Beavers would have had 1st and 10 inside of the Fresno City 30 if it weren't for a holding penalty. So American River just trying to get something going offensively. Looks like Michael Van Hook, the 6-foot freshman, in at quarterback now. Beavers looking for something a little bit different. Van Hook's going to hand it off to DeMangles, working to his left side, gain of about 2.
DeMangles reads the offensive line really well, but on that play we got to give it to our DN for stepping in and creating that lane, or shutting that lane down and forcing it back inside. Easy tackle for the Rams, only give them 2 yards.
2nd and 8, 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Rams with the 14-0 advantage after they scored touchdowns on both of their drives. Van Hook out of the shotgun. The quarterback is going to hand it off again to Mangles to the left side. Not much room, and taken down. Great tackle by the defensive back out of Corona, Arizona, Brandon Holmes.
And a good job by the defensive lineman on the right-hand side, sniffing it out and forcing that running back to take the outside the way he did. Couldn't come back up on it because they knew they would shed the block and get him on the easier tackle.
So it was actually a tackle for loss there as Holmes was able to push back to Mangles a little bit, so it'll bring up 3rd and 10. American River from their own 44-yard line.
Back to the premise, do your job, and defense is doing that right now. Staying at home and doing their jobs.
Van Hook out of the shotgun, quick pass over to the left, but nobody there. Well, I take that back. He had 2 guys there, but the pass missed both of them, and it's going to bring up 4th and 10 from near midfield. Decision time for American River here early in the first.
I think if Brandon Holmes would have had just another step on that ball, we would have saw an interception for 6.
But instead, the Fresno City defense is able to hold once again and force a Beavers punt. Brandon Holmes, after making a really nice tackle there on that possession, back to receive the punt for the Rams.
And I feel like the defense is forcing them to throw the ball too fast.
Good pressure. Rams almost get to it. Holmes is going to call for a fair catch, and he makes it at the 16-yard line. So that's where the Rams will start with the ball, and a 14-0 lead, 3:55 to play here in the first.
I got a feeling that they're going to end up blocking one of these punts. And the reason I say that is the 3 guys that just took that, it looks like they've been scheming on something. So keep an eye on those 3 guys when they come in on special teams.
Well, the offense so far for Fresno City, a bulk of it has come on the ground, but the touchdowns have come through the air. As Yajay Vance connected with Noe Felix for a 10-yard touchdown pass early in this quarter, and then Vance found Jacob English on the 60-yard touchdown pass. Rams have the full field to work with now. Inside handoff. Not a whole lot of room there for Dante Hedrington.
No, Beavers sniffed that one out, shut down the interior down. And it's a hard yard, but Rams will take it.
So we see a lot of Andrew Chavez and Jordan Colbert at running back for the Rams. They will use a handful of others. Dante Hedrington, the 215-pound sophomore, getting the duties here on the Rams' 3rd drive of the afternoon. Under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, and some miscommunication. Finally ripping the ball from his quarterback is Hedrington, and he's going to get forward close to first down yardage, but a penalty marker down on the far side of the field.
Not sure if that's going to be an offensive holding or defensive hands in the face. We'll see what the refs decide.
So it's going to be illegal formation.
Interesting. I counted 7, but I'm not in the zebra uniform.
Yeah, we've got a perch quite high up here at the top of the grandstands at Ratcliffe Stadium. So that'll back the Rams up behind the sticks. 2nd and 14. Rams taking their time. Still plenty of time on the play clock, 15 seconds.
Yeah, at this point you kind of do want to take your time now. You got a 14-point lead. You want to run the offense the way you want to run it.
Vance out of the shotgun, hands it off, bouncing left as Hedrington finds some space, hurdles a man out past the 20, and it's going to leave the Rams offense with a 3rd and manageable. Well done on the 2nd down run.
Yeah, good job by Henderson on that play. Seeing the outside and following his blocks. He saw the scheme on the sideline was open, so he decided to take it, and then a nice little lead for a couple more yards.
Rams haven't had any problems converting on 3rd down in their first 2 possessions. They've got a 3rd and 3 here. Ball at the 23-yard line. Vance in the shotgun with Hedrington to his right. Vance, quick throw off to the right. Nice hands by the sophomore Noe Felix, and he's going to get pushed forward. Yardage good enough for a 1st down.
Vance complete to Felix.
So Felix with the touchdown pass to get the Rams on the board, and then comes up with a nice 3rd down conversion there as this Fresno City offense continues to keep this American River defense on the field here for quite a while in this first quarter.
Yeah, they're eating up the clock and they're making small plays, but they're effective. They're 4 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards. There's your 1st down on that play, or a 4-yard pass. I mean, Fresno City's working the offense.
Shotgun snap, another inside handoff, more room off to the left as Hedrington bounces off of one, and it takes 3 guys to take him down, and we get a flag thrown in from the secondary. Could be a horse collar on the tackle.
I think it was a face mask.
Or a face mask.
Yeah, I think Reynolds got a little too handsy there and hold on his face mask just a little bit too hard. Definitely going to get a chunk of change or a chunk of yards out of that one.
So the officials will come together. So it's going to be of the 15-yard variety. So, again, a penalty hurting American River. This time a defensive penalty is going to push the Rams out to the 49-yard line.
We talked about it earlier, Eric. Penalties, limit the penalties. And so far, City's done that. American River hasn't, and it's costing American River more yards and possibly more points. We'll see what happens.
Rams looking to take control here early in this one. Delayed handoff as Vance hands to Runnels, and Michael Runnels pushes forward for a gain of about 2.
Got to get those offensive line guys. They're just due their credit. They know they've got a 14 lead right now. And they're going to run the ball, so they're going to pound. They're going to pound that defensive line. They're only putting 4 guys on the line, and there's 6 guys to take care of them. So.
And the longer,
see a lot more run.
And the longer the offense is out there, the more it gives your defense a chance to rest. A Fresno City defense that's been playing very well here in quarter number 1. Vance out of the shotgun again, man in motion. They're going to hand it to him. It's Ray Brown trying to get the edge, but he's tackled in the backfield. Brought down there by Hakeem Reynolds. Nice play by the freshman linebacker.
Yeah, Reynolds does did a good job of bringing him down that time without pulling on a face mask or anything.
So that'll back the Rams up back into their own territory at the 47. It'll be 3rd and 12.
A wrap-up opportunity.
This should be the final play of quarter number 1. We'll see. Nope, we're going to have a false start as somebody on that right side of the Rams offensive line moved early. They're trying to say that it was the defense that got him to jump.
I think they're going to call this on the offensive lineman, number 75.
Offsides, defense.
No.
5 yards.
Oh, he called offsides, gave the false start signal, but he called offsides. So Rams will get 5 yards closer to a 1st down.
This will be 3rd and 8 now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So I guess whoever it was over there on the right side of the Fresno City offensive line might have been big number 74, Marcus Avila. Whatever. They pleaded with the rest, said, hey, it was the defense that got us to move, and sure enough it was, and that will be the end of quarter number 1, and a nice quarter for Fresno City. The defense holds, and the offense, thanks to Yajae Vance. 2 passing touchdowns, 1 to Noe Felix and 1 to Jacob English, and it's Fresno City leading American River 14-0 after 1 quarter of play here at Ratcliffe Stadium.
Let's say hello one more time to your Rams cheerleaders.
So a quick break for the changeover of the quarter. Both teams back out there and just about ready to go. An impressive first quarter, though, for the Rams. Got Jay Vance a pair of touchdown passes. Really nice job moving the ball by the Rams on the ground, something that we hadn't seen from Fresno City so far throughout their young season. But a 14-0 lead faced with a 3rd and 7 here coming out of the quarter break. Vance is going to motion his tight end Jackie Burden to the right. They're going to hand it off up the middle, and taken down at the 44-yard line is going to be Dante Hendrington, and that play call makes me wonder if the Rams are thinking this is 4-down territory.
I was just about to ask you, Eric, what do you think Coach is thinking at this point?
I mean, the offense has moved the ball well. They haven't really had any struggles when they've been faced with 3rd and longs. This is a 4th and fairly manageable, only 3 yards to get to the sticks, and it does look like Coach Cavilla is going to trust his offense out there on 4th down.
I think he likes where the ball is, too, right now. Middle of the field, his defense is playing well.
And we get a whistle from the linesman on the near side, and it's going to be a false start called against Ray Brown, the wide receiver on the near side. A little bit jumpy as Brown gets called for the flag, and that is going to change the mind of Coach C as the punt team will head out there.
We'll see the personnel play now. Well, that was a loud whistle.
Yeah. I guess we know the mics work.
Yeah.
The ref's mic worked.
Felt like that was in my left field.
Well, I mean, it was only about 10 feet above our heads. Where the speakers are for the PA system here at Ratcliffe. So the Rams will punt, and it'll be our first opportunity to see Dean Scrivener, the sophomore out of Clovis North, who's been excellent for the Rams so far this season. Boots a good one off to the far side of the field, and it's going to land out of bounds. We'll see where it's marked. Should be inside the 20, though.
Around 16-yard line or so.
So they will call it out of bounds, actually, at the 12. So a really nice punt for Scrivener. That punt inside the 20 means that of his 8 punts on the year, 5 of them have been inside the 20. That is so crucial for a team when you're playing a field position game.
It seems like Fresno City's got a good handle on their special teams this year, especially when you get good boots out of guys like Scrivener. I mean, that was a brilliant kick.
So now you're asking an offense that struggled to move the ball in the first quarter to go 88 yards to try and get a touchdown to get on the board.
Look for the big play.
Still Michael Van Hook in there at quarterback. Play fake, rolls to his left, got a man, dumps it off short underneath, and the Rams rally to tackle, taking down Jaden Suggs for a minimal gain.
Aiden Chavez, first defensive player there, not able to wrap him up, but slowed him down enough to where a few more Rams could get in there and make the play.
Well, when you've got a defense that's fresh like the Rams defense, you would expect that you get a lot of guys rallying to the ball. You got fresh legs out there.
Mm-hmm. And I think we got a fresh interior D-line, too.
Brings up 2nd down and 8 for the Beavers here.
Tugimaka's out there right now. Can't miss him, big number 90.
Van Hook out of the shotgun. Inside handoff. His running back slip. Might have lost a shoe. DeMangles, though, still surges forward and is going to have first down yardage out to the 22.
That time Chavez was able to recognize the inside play on the running back. Came in, made the tackle. It was a good clean tackle. A little bit too late on, of course, he got the first down on it, but good job by Chavez there to read that.
So Jeremiah DeMangles, the freshman running back, had to exit the game because he lost his shoe on the carry, but was still able to pick up the first down and give the Beavers a fresh set of downs.
Can someone get him some shoelaces, please? Man.
I'm sure they got people on the sidelines, equipment guys who are ready for any situation. 1st and 10 for Van Hook now out of the shotgun. Another inside handoff, but nice job wrapping up as Elijah Gutierrez is taken down again for a minimal gain.
2 tough yards. Good job by the D-line recognizing the play. Big number 92, Alex Aldana, making the, I wouldn't say making the stop, but definitely causing trouble inside. Good job by the Rams defense.
2nd and 7 for American River here. Beavers have struggled to move the ball this afternoon. Have had some costly penalties set them back on their first 2 drives. Trying to keep moving upfield here. Van Hook back to throw now quickly. Tucks it and runs. The space disappears. Somehow he's able to skirt away, and now he's going to fight his way forward out past the 25 to the 27-yard line. looked like they could have wrapped him up for a minimal gain, but he's able to get a few out of it.
It looked like he literally got out of a pickle, so to speak, between Tukimaka and Aldana there. Both those guys looked like they had a good chance to get him down early. He was able to squeeze out of there for a few more yards.
So it'll bring up another third down. The Rams have been very good defensively here so far on third downs. American River trying to move the ball, keep this drive alive, and not allow the Ram offense back on the field. Looks like we've got another quarterback change, as in there is Whitaker Cruz, and Cruz is going to get taken down. Little inside draw with the quarterback, and I believe he's going to be taken down just about a half a yard short of first down yardage.
Chavez licking his lips on that one.
Once again with the stop.
Saw an open opportunity to put a stick on a quarterback.
Brings up 4th down.
He made sure he put the helmet where it needed to be.
So, Gino, very interesting. It's 4th and maybe a yard, maybe a little under a yard. Obviously, field position-wise, you're kind of backed up. Fresno City's been coming after the punts here early on. See if those rushers are able to break through the wall. Punting from his own 21. And the boot is away. Not a great one. It's going to land and stop right where it bounces at the 45-yard line. So it'll be really good field position here for this Fresno City offense with a 14-0 lead, 10:25 to play before the half.
Yeah, that ball took a definite Rams bounce at the end there. And instead of going towards the end zone, it's going towards the 50-yard line. So Beavers had to put a stop on the ball, and Rams are able to get it to 45 with good field position to start this drive.
So if you're a little late joining us, Rams scored on their opening 2 possessions. Yajay Vance with a pair of touchdown passes there in that first quarter. Rams almost went for it on a 4th down to keep their other drive alive, ended up punting. So now they're here with their 4th possession of the afternoon, 10:25 to go before the half. Vance going to inside handoff there, trying to get forward for some yardage goes Jackson Sinfel, and he'll get about a yard.
Jackson
nice job on the defensive side of the ball, collapsing on that play and plugging holes, and basically only giving Fresno City the opportunity to get 2 yards. Good job on the defense.
Outside of the 2 long runs from Andrew Chavez early on in that first quarter, the Rams' rushing attack has settled down just a little bit. 2nd down and 8. Vance in the shotgun. Quick pass over to his right. There was a lot of holding over there on the outside, but no flag comes out. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Yeah, I thought maybe we'd get a flag on that only because he couldn't pick up his other arm, but
there was hand fighting on both sides.
Yeah.
Both guys were clearly going at it, so it's not like it was egregious one way or the other.
Nope.
But the official keeps the flag in the pocket. It'll bring up 3rd and long for the Rams here. Marquise Cropper checks into the game for the Rams. He'll be in the slot on the near side. Yajay Vance in the shotgun. It's Jordan Colbert.
Turner at the top of your screen as well.
And now a whistle and a timeout taken by Fresno City. So the Beavers use their first timeout in the first quarter. Rams going to use their first timeout here, upcoming on a 3rd and 8 with 9:45 to play before the half. So it'll be interesting to see what the Rams are able to draw up. But, Gino, you got to be, if you're Coach C and the Rams, you've got to be happy with what you've seen from this team here through this first half.
Yeah, a lot of confidence. You see, you're moving the ball at your own will. Your offensive line is doing a good job with the scheme of it today. Giving your passing game opportunity downfield and in short yardage when you need it. Giving Vance plenty of time to throw the ball. And granted, he's had a few times where he's had to open field run and what have you. But that's part of the game as well. But all in all, we're looking at probably a B+ for the offensive line so far, and a lot of game to play. So hopefully we can see that A- or A+ before the day's over.
And this Fresno City defense done a really good job. This is an American River team that averages 404 yards of offense per game. They have, for the most part, been shut down here so far in this first half. Still 10 minutes to play before the half. Big 3rd down upcoming for the Rams here, 3rd and 8. Vance out of the shotgun, steps back to throw, steps up. Now he's got some room on the left, but he's going to be taken down from behind. A pair of Beavers are there as Vance is sacked, and Jordan Colbert is running back quickly over there to help his teammate up, but it'll bring up 4th and 10.
Not going to see too many of those. Vance gets out of a lot of that stuff, but unfortunately on that play, Vance was able to get outside.
So the Rams take their time, but they will indeed send the punt team out there. Dean Scrivener, the sophomore, out for his second punt. His first one gave the Beavers starting field position at their own 12-yard line, and it's right about at the 12 that Colby Eckhart is back waiting to receive this kick.
From the 44, Scrivener kicks it from the 32.
It's kind of a low little knuckler. It does take a favorable bounce. Fielded but taken down immediately is Colby Eckhart. Great coverage there for the Rams. Looks like that was Ethan Rossetti. Might be the long snapper down there making a play.
And that was about a 45-yard punt, so that's right up Scrivener's alley. I mean, he's been averaging 41 to 45, on the average per punt. So,
and again,
sticking to it.
We'll set the Beavers up with a relatively long field and another punt for Scrivener inside the 20 as American River will start at their own 15, trailing 14-0. 8 minutes and 52 seconds to play before the half.
Great job on special teams again, like we talked about earlier. Special teams seems to be dialed in.
I believe this is still Cruson at quarterback. It is, and he rolls to his right. Quick pass over to the sideline, caught, but right there to wrap him up is Brandon Holmes, as Holmes drives him backwards out of bounds. They'll give him forward progress. Looks like out to the 21.
Holmes was playing really soft on that, which allowed him to be open as much as he was, but good job of closing in and making the tackle on that play. Granted, he gave up 5 yards, but I mean, that's if you're going to play that soft, you're going to give 5.
So it'll bring up a second and a short 5. The scoreboard here says 4. Nonetheless, second and manageable for the Beavers here as they look to try and get their offense going in this first half. Shotgun snap, another quick pass out to the right. Again, soft coverage, and Holmes is able to wrap up, but not before this time a gain of 10 for a first down.
Yeah, and it almost feels like they're picking on Holmes in a sense to bring him up for something for a deeper play maybe.
We did see that play in the first quarter. Jaden Anderson on that deep ball had a step or two on the Fresno City defender, but the pass was overthrown, so maybe the Beavers trying to set up that shot play again.
Right, and good job by number 14, Michael Holmes, staying at home and not allowing that deep threat ball right now. He's been doing a good job keeping everything underneath him since.
Whitaker Cruz, the 6'6 freshman, going to hand this one off, working left side. Not a whole lot doing there. Maybe a gain of about a yard.
Antonio Cherry, a kid from Virginia. I was able to interview him yesterday. Great kid. I should say, great young man. And he's definitely got his eye on the prize, so to speak. Talk about buying into the program. A guy from Virginia all the way into Fresno. I love the story. It was great. Great to hear it. All different chances he had or different prospects he had, and he decided to come out to California to try something new. Try different kind of football in a sense. 9
solo tackles and a fumble recovery on the season for Cherry. Coming into this game, fake the handoff. They're going to throw to the right are the Beavers. That's a dangerous pass. Again, they're targeting Brandon Holmes, but the catch is made out past the 40.
And a good job by Holmes closing in on that on defense. Knowing when you're playing soft coverage that they do have that opportunity, but again, I think that he's baiting. I almost feel like he's baiting the offense.
I was going to say, because if Holmes was about a step or two earlier on that, he probably would have been on his way to the end zone with a pick 6. So maybe just mistimed his break a little bit on it. Nonetheless, it's a first down for American River as they continue to move the ball out near midfield, approaching 6 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
And a good job by Michael Holmes again, being in the back, keeping that down play down, or that long play, keeping them from extending it.
Cruz out of the shotgun, looks to throw quick. This time they do set up the double move, and the pass is just a bit overthrown. Boy, American River set it up exactly how they wanted it. I do see a flag on the far side. They might get Holmes with pass interference anyway.
Yeah, and it looked like everybody bit on the fake, too. Literally everybody bit on the fake. So good job on the American River side, running that ball, running that play. And it looks like it's going to pay off for them.
So we'll see what the penalty is. I would assume it's going to be a hold on Holmes. So it is. So
Automatic,
Brandon Holmes, again, it said you said they weren't necessarily picking on him, but that's kind of what you're doing. You know, you're trying to set up a play, and it's really nothing to the fault of Holmes. It's just the way that the offense wants to go about it, and it just so happens that Holmes is playing that position. But going to have to lock in now, 1st and 10. Still out near midfield, though. This drive feels like it's taken a long time, but the Beavers have not moved the ball quickly up the field.
Now you see Michael Holmes, number 14, come up on the set. Outside. Interesting defensive formation.
Cruz out of the shotgun, or rather going to pass it over the middle. Pass complete to Dylan Fear. 15 yards and a first down for American River, and now they're starting to move the ball into Fresno City territory.
Little confusion by the linebackers, but seeing that inside read. But I think that if they stay at home, they'll find it.
Cruz inside handoff. Not a whole lot of space now, bouncing back and out to the left. There goes DeMangles, and he's tackled out across inside the 35, rather.
John Eubanks got the
John Eubanks with the tackle.
I mean, he got there quickly because that space inside opened up pretty quickly. DeMangles had to bounce it outside, and good closing speed from the Rams there. Will bring up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the City 34.
Whitaker Kraus, the 6'6" quarterback, turns around and gives some instructions to his running back, Zaire Eastman.
I think he's taller than that, to be honest.
He looks taller from up here. Cruz fakes the handoff, rolls to his right. He's got a man, but the pass is overthrown. Dylan Fear, the tight end, was working with some space out in the flat, but unable to connect there on that one. Will bring up 3rd and long.
Cruz looking for Dylan Fear.
Very scary when a quarterback underthrows like that, especially when the white jerseys are behind the red ones. It's a scary situation to be in if you're the quarterback.
Rams defense has been really good so far this afternoon on 3rd down. They've got American River backed up in a 3rd and long. 3rd and 9 from the Fresno City 34-yard line.
I was watching the River special teams warm up earlier in the game, and furthest field goal I saw was 45 yards. So we'll see what if they hold them here, we'll see what they decide to do.
So you could say fringe field goal range right now for the Beavers as Cruz back to throw, looking across the middle. Dangerous pass, but it's able to be hauled in. What a catch there from Luis Torres.
And back out on number 0 there, Brandon Holmes.
Yeah, Holmes looked like he was in really good position there, but the pass was just threaded in there right in the spot that it needed to be. As Torres, the sophomore, is able to pick up another first down, and now for the first time this afternoon, the Beavers threatening 1st and 10 from the 15.
And minus that one play where Holmes got burned on the outside. Luckily there was a penalty, of course. But he's been playing really well on this entire drive. Even though I know we've been saying they've been kind of picking on him a bit, but he's been playing really well.
Cruz in the shotgun again. Finally gets the snap. Handoff to the right for DeMangles, and DeMangles looking for some space. Will get forward for a gain of about 3.
Ram defensive line staying stingy. Good job by the linebackers there to come up and plug the holes too.
Clock continuing to wind here, approaching 4 minutes to play. It is worth noting that the Rams received the opening kickoff, so it'll be American River getting the ball to start the second half. We'll see how much more of this clock they can drain down in quarter number 2.
You almost got a feeling that coach is going to call a timeout soon. Just to kind of regroup in a sense. Not even worried about the clock itself. Just kind of refresh, guys. What are we doing? Where are we at?
That's been a long drive. The Ram defense has been out there for quite some time as Cruz in the shotgun, going to hand it off inside. Nope, he's going to keep it himself. He's got space up the middle, inside the 5, spinning his way down towards the 1. And it's not a touchdown, but it is good enough for a first down. It'll be 1st and goal for American River from the 1. So a nice job there by Cruz, really just kind of taking what the defense gave him, looked off to the right, nothing doing there, saw some space up the middle and was able to scramble his way for a first down. And now the Beavers a yard and a half away from getting their first points of the afternoon.
American River's in their big package now. They got 2 tight ends split with a receiver on the outside. They're definitely going to run the ball.
DeMangles, the running back, split out to the left. Cruz takes the shotgun snap, going to hand it off right up the middle, goes to Mangles, and he spins his way through the defensive line and into the end zone for the touchdown. American River on the board.
Good job by the interior offensive lineman for American River to open that gap and allow the running back to come on in basically almost untouched.
So Jeremiah DeMangles, his first touchdown of the afternoon, first for the Beavers, and pending the extra point, 14-7 game. Late sub here for the Beavers as running onto the field, Donovan Ray, the offensive lineman. So American River, one person short in the personnel. They get everybody out there. 4 seconds on the play clock. They do get it snapped, and the kick is up, and it is good. So American River with a nice job to answer. 2 minutes and 59 seconds to play in quarter number 3, and it's Fresno City with a 14-7 advantage.
The American River College Beavers.
Well, we knew American River was going to put points on the board. Didn't know when, the way the Rams defense was playing. And honestly, after almost 2 complete quarters, the Rams are playing really good defense.
Yeah, they're playing really good defense. The offense got things going early. They scored on both of their possessions in the first quarter. They have punted on their last 2 possessions. So we'll see what Tony Caviglia, head coach for the Rams in his 26th season at the helm for Fresno City, will draw up for his offense when they get a chance to come back out.
We'll see how conservative Coach C gets with this drive. 2:59, you almost want to run 2 minutes row at this point.
Well, Michael Runnels and Jordan Colbert are back there waiting to return for the Rams, and I'm sure they would like to have a little say in how the Rams start this drive with under 3 minutes to go before the half. Get Fresno City some good starting field position for an offense that has moved the ball well in this first half, but haven't really been up against the clock. 3 minutes to go.
Hensley's the kicker out of Oak Ridge, California, for American River. He's had a pretty good job today so far.
Boots that one deep, and it's going to be taken by Jordan Colbert on the left side. Colbert has a hole up the middle, hurdles a man, but hurdles himself right into a tackle as he's driven to the ground just shy of the 30-yard line. But not a bad return there. It'll have Fresno City set up 1st and 10.
Yeah, about a 26-yard return, get you close to the 30-yard line. Like we talked about in the first broadcast, you can get past the 30, let's go, you know. That's good field position to start, so we're about right there. Let's go.
I wonder what goes through a mind of these guys when they jump and they hurdle, you know, when their feet leave the ground and then they look in front of him, because that time, again, it was a good return by Colbert, but it looked like he hurdled himself right into a tackle.
Yeah, I call it reckless abandon.
Hey, I'll tell you what, though, for us up here as broadcasters, it makes it a whole heck of a lot of fun to watch as we've got a whistle from the far side. American River is going to take their second timeout. So Beavers might have seen, what can you see with 3 minutes to go? What do you think that timeout was all about, Gino?
Personnel. I think it was personnel that Coach C put on the field. He had 3 receivers, 2 of them that haven't really been playing much in this. So I think if anything, he's talking to his DBs and safeties right now. Hey guys, it doesn't look like they're going to run on this drive. Looks like they might pass.
Well, I mean, why not pass when you've got Deontay Vance back there? He's been throwing the ball very well here this afternoon. Missed a couple early on, but really other than that, he's been really fantastic. That 60-yard pass to English was really, like I said, it was only a ball that was about 15, 20 yards in the air, and English did the rest, but Vance put it on the money. Mm-hmm. See what the Rams can put together. They've got 2 minutes and 53 seconds, and they've got 2 timeouts. And it's not Vance back there at quarterback. Instead, it's David Marquez, and his pass across the middle is complete for a gain of about 4.
Well, there you go. Not having Vance in, that'll get your timeout. Totally different scheme on offense now with Marquez.
So it was Cropper with the catch. 2nd and 6 for the Rams, working quickly. The handoff left side goes to Michael Runnels. Runnels looking for some space and gets out to the 40-yard line. 2 plays and a first down for Fresno City, and they only take about 30 seconds off the clock. Run and hurry up here.
Beautiful cut by Runnels on that play to come back up and get about 7 or 8 more yards on that play. He almost tackled in the backfield, but
Marquez back to throw, complete across the middle, and tackled out past the 45-yard line. Rams continuing to pick up some 5-6-yard chunk plays, as that one was number 19, Jacob Couch, the tight end out of Clovis North, making the catch.
Feels like we're watching something scripted right now on a 2-minute drive here. I love it.
Under 2 minutes to play, and Coach Caviglia is going to step out onto the field and take his second timeout.
2-minute timeout.
So the Rams will get together quickly and talk things over. And with exactly 2 minutes to go, now you can maybe go into, even more so of your scripted kind of 2-minute drill, or at least attack the way that you wanted to. I know that these are things that teams work on in practice, every week. You get a 2-minute drill, kind of what you want to do.
The beauty of it, too, with 2 minutes, you're sitting at your 45 with 2 minutes to go. So technically, you got 55 yards to drive with 2 minutes. It's definitely doable. And if you're running the ball the way these guys are running the ball right now, that's positive. And Marquez isn't afraid to throw. So all good things to look at in this drive right now.
And obviously, if you're the Rams, you want to get into the end zone before the end of the half. But you do have the leg of the freshman Liam Peterson, who hit a 51-yarder going this same direction against Diablo Valley College in the first game of the season for the Rams. So always nice to have that option from distance in the back pocket when you've got a field goal kicker that you trust.
Absolutely. And you also got to remember we got a punter that used to be a quarterback. So there's always that possibility. I'm not saying that they practice that or anything, but you got to keep that in the back of the mind that there's always a possibility that kid could throw it. Never know. You never know.
David Marquez, the central product, still in at quarterback for Fresno City. Still has, or now I believe it's Jackson Sinfel split out to his left. Back to throw is Marquez. He's looking for someone. Now he's going to step up. He's got some space on the sideline, out past midfield and all the way down into American River territory, pushed out at the 39-yard line.
And there was a battle on that offensive and defensive line. Right? No holding, just clean job on both sides, trying to win that line of scrimmage. And fortunately, the Rams created a lane for him to run, and he was gone.
Being pushed out of bounds. That stops the clock. 1:53 to play here in the half. Rams having no problem moving the ball down the field. Marquez back to throw. This time a design quarterback run. He's got space up the middle, and he dives headfirst forward. It'll be a gain of about 7 as somebody from American River loses their helmet. Brandon Sanders has to exit.
As the rule states, you lose your hat, you got to sit out again. Got to sit out of play.
Player safety, always important.
Sure.
And maybe just get those guys tighten up a little bit, So 1:46 to play, and the officials look like they're stopping time here. See if we're going to get an explanation, Gino. Well.
Fresno is declining the 10-second runoff for the helmet off of the defensive player.
All right.
Clock will start on the ready.
So we do have the answer. Fresno City in a position where they can decline the 10-second runoff. They want that time. They need the 1:46 to work with. Rams with the timeout, or rather 2 timeouts, says the scoreboard here at the south end of the stadium.
Yeah, you've gone 20-something yards with only 14 seconds so far. Like we were talking about earlier, you want to eat up as much clock as you can. So
Marquez, shotgun snap, looks to his right, quick pass to Jackson Sinfel. Sinfel got some space inside the 20 and shoved out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Rams continuing to move the ball efficiently here late in quarter number 2.
I like what the offense is doing. You're spreading the ball out. Everybody's accountable. Everybody's receiving.
Ball on the 17.
I like what's going on right now. We're seeing different receivers touching the ball. Marquez is mixing it up a little bit.
Jackson Sinfel, the running back, behind David Marquez, the freshman quarterback, in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
Possible pitch to the right.
They're going to hand it off. Sinfel cuts back to the left. He's got a lot of open space. Sinfel cuts it inside. Touchdown, Rams. Jackson Sinfel and Fresno City use a little bit of misdirection to find and go on top 20-7 here late in quarter number 2.
17-yard touchdown run. Great job by the O-line on the outside containment.
Liam Peterson for the extra point.
Once again, buying into the program. We're looking good.
So after back-to-back possessions where the Rams were forced to punt, they find the end zone for the first time in the second quarter, and with the extra point pushes their lead back up to 14, 21-7 with a minute and 34 seconds to play in half number 1. Perfectly executed drive from Fresno City given the situation.
1:34 left in the first half. Your Fresno City College Rams, 21.
Good job again by the O-line.
American River College Beavers,
Containment's
7.
a big portion of it. We talked about controlling the offense, controlling line of scrimmage. And right now, Rams' offensive line is doing their job.
And there's a toll that performances like that can take on the other team. When we saw it a little bit almost in the Rams' first game against Diablo Valley College, where these consistent 6-7 yard plays can just wear mentally on a defense when they see it happening time and time and time again. So all things considered, Fresno City has got to be very pleased with what they have accomplished here so far in this first half. Again, still a minute and 34 seconds to play. Beaver's going to try and do something quickly. As again, like I was mentioning just a little bit ago, American River will get the ball coming out of the half.
So, Eric, do you kick it to one of those guys, or do you try to kick it out of the end zone?
I think the way that the defense and the special teams have kind of been rallying to tackles, I don't necessarily see why you would need to kick it away from anybody, and doesn't look like the Rams will. Haim Thali is going to chase it down, and he's not going to have a return as that one lands half deep in the end zone, and it'll come out with a touchback. So, nice kickoff, all things considered. Doesn't go out of bounds because it was in the end zone, so out to the 25 goes the ball, and 75 yards stand between American River and a touchdown, though if you're the Beavers, I'm sure you'd just be happy with any points going into the half.
Yeah, well, we're going to see the Beavers 2-minute drill a little bit faster than they want to be playing it, because they're stuck back here at the 25 with only a minute and 34 left.
And they've only got one timeout, so crucial for Fresno City to be able to tackle inbounds. Cruz still in at quarterback, rolls to his right, looking right, throws across the middle, and great defense there. Antonio Cherry, the linebacker, gets a hand in there and breaks up the pass.
Great job by Cherry to run that route with that receiver and be there in front of that ball.
Good skill to have as a linebacker, being able to track the receiver, running the route, and then being able to get your hand out there in front without reaching around behind, drawing a penalty. Textbook defense there for the Rams captain.
Good job by their safeties, too, not giving up the D-ball on that play. First thing that quarterback was looking for was open receiver on the outside, and nothing there.
3 receivers to the right for Whitaker Cruz. Minute and 28 seconds to play in quarter number 2. Cruz takes the shotgun snap, delayed handoff inside. Rams had him wrapped up momentarily, now bouncing outside and being taken down at the ankles is Jeremiah Domingos. We'll see if he got down out of bounds. It does look like the clock is stopped with 1:21 to play in the second.
This is a really good running back. He's able to cut away from the first 2 tackles and get to the outside. Luckily, he was only able to get 3 yards on that play, but still positive yardage for him. American River with a third down effort here.
3rd and 7 upcoming for the Beavers. Whitaker Cruz in the shotgun, takes the snap, immediately rolls to his right, still rolling, now fires across the middle, and it's intercepted. Rams pick it off, working back the other way, Jacob Niemeyer. Niemeyer is tackled at the 43-yard line, but the Rams come up with their first takeaway of the day, and with a minute and 11 seconds to go before the half, an opportunity for maybe some more points.
Yeah, good job by Niemeyer, kind of just silent but deadly D-back back there, just kind of hanging out, reading the offensive scheme, kind of floating around with the quarterback, so to speak. It reminded me a lot of Vance's first interception of the season. Didn't see that corner, kind of just stepped up into the right place at the right time, And body language from that quarterback pretty much told the story. You could tell he did not know where he was.
Yeah, I mean, because when you're rolling as far as he is towards the plate, you're bringing all your receivers to the sideline. You're making the field so much smaller, and that only benefits the defense, as we saw right there. All things considered, a pretty easy interception there for Jacob Niemeyer. Granted, he had to be in the right place at the right time, but the Rams looking to strike quickly again. A little dump off underneath. It's Jordan Colbert with some space up the left side. Colbert inside the 20 to the 15, hurdles past the man, and Jordan Colbert is in for the Rams touchdown. A one-play strike, and it's 27-7.
Great job with downfield blocking on that play. Colbert saw the lane, kept to the lane, kept following the blocks down the lane, and an easy 6. It was a great job by the offense, complete offensive.
Scribner to hold.
Boy, how quickly things can change in the span of 2 plays. An interception gives the Rams the ball, and then Jordan Colbert runs one in for the touchdown. Liam Peterson trying to make it a 28-7 ball game, and he does as his extra point splits the uprights. A sudden change results in sudden points for Fresno City as they have a 28-7 lead over American River with 1:02 to play before the half.
Your Fresno City College Rams.
Yeah, I think the jitters are gone,
The American River College
and
Beavers.
confidence is definitely starting to settle in now, if it hasn't already. But we still got a whole half to play, and we got a minute and 2 left in this quarter as well. Anything could happen,
Coming up.
but good job so far by the Rams to basically take control of this game.
So the Colbert touchdown run of about 40 yards. Rams have had some really explosive plays here in this first half. 2 quick touchdowns inside of a minute of each other has really changed how this game feels.
Back deep for the Beavers. Peterson kicking off for City.
I mean, technically the Rams only let 32 seconds off the clock before they put up another 7. That's magic. Gotta like that.
A flurry of points here to end this second quarter as the kick, again, another good one all the way out the back of the end zone. And the touchback will bring it out to the 25. And if you're American River, got to be feeling a little bit deflated. Halftime can't come soon enough for the Beavers, I would assume.
And it looked like Coach Hawkins, Del Hawkins down here, the defensive and defensive line coach, is talking to his guys about not giving up any yards right now. Play as tight and play as heavy as you can, because right now this is the time that you really show your true colors. You could lighten up on the ball right now, play a soft coverage, but we all know prevent defenses prevent us from winning.
Rams don't look like they're preventing anything. They've got 5 defenders up on the line of scrimmage. We'll see how many they rush. Whitaker Cruz, the shotgun, takes the snap. Inside handoff and met in the backfield. Are they going to call him down? Yes, they are. Knifing his way through the offensive line. The freshman out of Clovis East, Jack Nelson, gets the tackle for loss.
Great job by Nelson. Shed his first block. He was right in the backfield, right in the exchange after. Disturbed him, really.
And how about this, Gino? After the tackle for loss that puts the ball back at the 20-yard line with 48 seconds left, Fresno City going to use one of their 2 timeouts. So maybe Coach Gavilia and the Rams really trying to make a statement here at the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, hey, with field position and that, we were talking about earlier with the kicker, if you can get the ball down to 35 or anywhere really between the 25 and the 40, I mean, you might want to think about kicking it or going for 3. Something to think about. I'm sure Coach is thinking about it right now. 2nd and 14. It's a lot of ground to cover.
Especially the way that the defense has been playing. Really, the only drive that American River was able to put together that had any success was the drive where they targeted Brandon Holmes on about 5 or 6 of the pass plays over there to the far side of the field. Other than that, the offense has really struggled to move the ball with any consistency. And the Fresno City defense would like to keep it that way for the next 48 seconds. And I wonder if the timeout taken by Fresno City changes the way that the Beavers were going to approach the situation. Rams only have 1 timeout left. It's 2nd and 15 from the 20.
Could be a courtesy timeout, too, for a coach, giving the defensive line a little rest time. It happens. Big boys need a little rest too.
Cruz hands it off up the middle, trying to bounce to the outside is DeMangles, and he's able to get to the edge and all the way out near the 30-yard line, shoved out of bounds. Will stop the clock with 40 seconds left.
DeMangles is a good runner. He keeps his feet going, keeps his arms out, ball control's good, close and tight, you know. He switches it up when he needs to. I like how he evades tackles too. He kind of initially lets it come to him in a way, you know.
Yeah.
Then he kind of sheds his block.
Yeah, shifty when he gets the edge.
Yeah, he's fun to watch, that's for sure.
Whitaker, Cruz, and the Beavers in a 3rd and 5 situation. Cruz in the shotgun now sends Torres in motion over to his right. Cruz hands it off inside to Mangles again, met quickly and taken down, that time by Elijah Williams. And that's short of first down yardage. It does bring the ball out to the 33-yard line, and being 4th and 1, Fresno City will take their final timeout here at the half with 26 seconds to play.
Okay, Eric, your coach, what do you do? 4th and 1, 4th and 1.5. If you're American River, what do you do?
You know, it's tough because, you know, you have so much field to get down there to try and make it worthwhile to get points. You know, I don't necessarily think if you punt here, you're punting on the game. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, I don't think that you'd wave a white flag if you punted here on 4th and 1 and said, okay, let's get back to the locker room at halftime and regroup. But yeah, it could be a situation where maybe you try and make a point to your own team. Say, hey, guys, you know, let's get out there 4th and short. We need to get this. Go into the locker room. We'll still regroup. It's an interesting decision, but it looks like the offense, nope, that's the punter, number 19.
Yep.
Landon Richardson out there. So
I was going to say some football schemes, they'll go out there with 3 plays. They'll go for the short yardage, the no huddle, go for the chunk, and then go for one more chunk, kick a field goal. Not on this one.
Rams might have been expecting something like that. They had some late players running off the field. Play clock at 11. Ball snapped. Punt is up, and it's a relatively short one. Coming up and fielding it on one knee is Andrew Chavez. So 19 seconds left. We saw Fresno City score on one play when they had the ball last. We'll see what they do here to close out this second quarter of a game that was really moving up until the last 5 or so minutes.
The offense starts from their own 33.
I got a feeling we're just going to see a kneel.
Yeah, I have a feeling too. I see the Fresno City trainers already making their way up the ramp with the jugs, and the entire Fresno City bench is kind of starting to mosey towards the locker room ramp as well.
Yeah, this will be the last play of this half.
Kneel down formation out of the shotgun for David Marquez. He runs all the way up to the line of scrimmage before taking a knee, but he does kneel down, and that will cap a fantastic first half of football for Fresno City. Yajay Vance is able to connect with 2 passing touchdowns in the first quarter, and then the rushing game got going. Sinfeld with a 17-yard rush, and Colbert with a 40-yard touchdown off of the sudden change interception. And Fresno City leads American River 28-7 at the half, and you're watching all of the action right here on CMAC.
We're going to send it on down in a few minutes here to the city side.
We're going to be fast, very good offensively. I think we're just going to be fun to watch.
Fresno is building newer, safer bike lanes across the city. These protected cycle tracks provide a physical barrier between the bike lane and motor vehicle traffic, creating a safer cycling zone. These cycle tracks will instill confidence in riders, yet everyone on the road is still required to obey all traffic laws. Cyclists should still ride responsibly and exercise caution when riding in the protected lanes. For motorists, this means that the roads you've been driving on may be changing. Be on the lookout for new parking, driveway, and intersection changes. For residents and tenants on these changing roads, be aware that mail, trash, and parking locations may move as well. Fresno is excited to provide diverse transportation options to our residents. Sharing the road is easy. Learn more at fresno.gov/BPAC.
Fresno City College is a place where dreamers, grinders, and strivers come together for something better. Every hallway, every classroom, every study session in the library whispers it. Whether first-generation student, veteran, artist, future nurse, engineer, or welder decides, I'm not done yet.
One of the key goals of the project, Clean Shared Mobility Network, is to try and provide benefits to disadvantaged communities. In Fresno, that's Southwest, so that's our project area. We have a network of charging stations that we're installing throughout the disadvantaged communities. To date, so far, most of them have gone into Fresno Housing Authority sites, and we still are evaluating other sites, and we're getting recommendations and suggestions on where to site future charging stations. There's the car sharing. That program, it allows people, it's based on an app, and it allows people to basically rent a car for short periods of time. And those are typically people that don't even have a car. They're all electric, so that helps with the environment. The bike sharing works in a similar fashion where you have an app and you can rent the bikes. The battery here is swappable. It allows us to station the bikes anywhere. The bike, as well as all of the equipment, is GPS and geocoded, so we know where the bikes are at. We're going to stagger the deployment. We're not putting all 200 bikes out at once, especially in the beginning. Then we have an electric medical van that are ADA compliant, and so they can transport to medical facilities. It's a 5-year project. The step that we're at now is deploying the vehicles. We plan on doing that this fall. So once we've deployed the vehicles, then we go through a process of dynamic review. So we'll see where they're being used and not used so that we can relocate the vehicles where they're most efficient. What's really unique is how we've combined car sharing, bike sharing, van pool, all into one program. That's pretty much what's unique about our project.
Why did the chicken cross the road? I don't know either, but now they can cross in any direction at pedestrian scrambles. Pedestrian scrambles are intersections that allow pedestrians to cross in every direction, including diagonally. These intersections make this possible by having an exclusive pedestrian phase in the traffic lights. To use a scramble as a pedestrian, press the walk button when you arrive at an intersection and wait for the current green light cycle to complete. When the walk signal lights up, cross in any direction of the intersection. Drivers and cyclists should continue to focus on traffic signals and only proceed when the traffic lights are green. Sharing the road is easy. Learn more at fresno.gov/BPAC.
One of the key goals of the project, Clean Shared Mobility Network, is to try and provide benefits to disadvantaged communities. In Fresno, that's Southwest, so that's our project area. We have a network of charging stations that we're installing throughout the disadvantaged communities. To date, so far, most of them have gone into Fresno Housing Authority sites, and we still are evaluating other sites, and we're getting recommendations and suggestions on where to site future charging stations. There's the car sharing. That program, it allows people, it's based on an app, and it allows people to basically rent a car for short periods of time. And those are typically people that don't even have a car. They're all electric, so that helps with the environment. The bike sharing works in a similar fashion where you have an app and you can rent the bikes. The battery here is swappable. It allows us to station the bikes anywhere. The bike, as well as all of the equipment, is GPS and geocoded, so we know where the bikes are at. We're going to stagger the deployment. We're not putting all 200 bikes out at once, especially in the beginning. Then we have an electric medical van that are ADA compliant, and so they can transport to medical facilities. It's a 5-year project. The step that we're at now is deploying the vehicles. We plan on doing that this fall. So once we've deployed the vehicles, then we go through a process of dynamic review. So we'll see where they're being used and not used so that we can relocate the vehicles where they're most efficient. What's really unique is how we've combined car sharing, bike sharing, van pool, all into one program. That's pretty much what's unique about our project.
Why did the chicken cross the road? I don't know either, but now they can cross in any direction at pedestrian scrambles. Pedestrian scrambles are intersections that allow pedestrians to cross in every direction, including diagonally. These intersections make this possible by having an exclusive pedestrian phase in the traffic lights. To use a scramble as a pedestrian, press the walk button when you arrive at an intersection and wait for the current green light cycle to complete. When the walk signal lights up, cross in any direction of the intersection. Drivers and cyclists should continue to focus on traffic signals and only proceed when the traffic lights are green. Sharing the road is easy. Learn more at fresno.gov/BPAC.
Hey there, I'm Mark Jackson.
And I'm BJ Yabisu.
And we're from the Pie Shop.
Take a bite.
No, not that kind of pie. A product incubator.
Whether you are a fledgling inventor or an existing company, the Pie Shop can help you incubate your business.
Tired of tinkering in your garage on your idea?
Make the Pie Shop your shop.
We offer mentorship, workshops, events, services, and dedicated and shared office space.
We have 8,000 square feet of shop space filled with 3D printers and other tools to help you develop your prototype.
And our partner, Blue Dolphin Engineering, a company that has 20 years of experience in prototypes and inventions, is right next door.
A nonprofit, we're located in downtown Fresno at 1755 Broadway Street at the Peerless Building.
Pie Shop is open during normal business hours.
For more information, visit us at thepieshop.org.
Or give us a call at 559-481-5004.
What I love about CMAC is that they provide me with the knowledge,
the equipment, the space to express myself,
to amplify my voice,
to share my story.
My story. My story. Go to cmac.tv/mystory to learn more.
In Southwest Fresno, it's just been this barren land forever. And trees are a representation that not only life is becoming involved into that particular area, but that there's a sense of care for people in that area. Now, the object itself may be small as a tree or as a small seed, but the symbolism of what it is, it's huge, because if you water that seed and if you water that tree, it grows into something that's huge.
All total, this project planted over 405 trees in Southwest Fresno, and it's just really made a lot of improvement in the area. This was part of the Southwest Urban Expansion Project. It was part of the TCC grant. You know, it was just specifically identified for this region that's underserved, some of the poorest air quality in the area. It really benefits the residents here, but it also benefits the businesses in the area. It benefits the air quality. So it's really a regional benefit, more so than just right here on this particular street. We're reconstructing the irrigation to modern irrigation systems that are drought tolerant. We're making sure that we're planting the correct tree in the correct place and the trees that are going to thrive in this environment.
All right, we're going to put a little dirt in.
It may seem small to others, but it's huge because of what it represents. It represents new beginning, a new beginning that one day will become a life change for so many people, especially in an area that's disenfranchised. There's transformation that's happening, and it's happening because of projects like this. So we're grateful for it. We can't wait to finally have some Kool-Aid under the shade.
You may have noticed new traffic signals on the road. These are pedestrian-activated signals, or HAWKs. These signals make it safer for pedestrians to cross busy streets. How are HAWKs different from conventional traffic signals? These are found in locations where children are likely to cross the street. Unlike green, yellow, red signals, the HAWK is only operational when activated by a pedestrian. When the lights are off, drivers may proceed with caution. When activated, the yellow light will flash, warning drivers to slow down. Then, the yellow light will turn solid, telling drivers to prepare to stop. The two solid red lights will tell drivers to stop completely for the pedestrians. Then the red lights will flash to let drivers know they can proceed with caution. The signal will then go dark until activated by the next pedestrian. When the walk symbol lights up, and it is safe to do so, pedestrians can cross. Always look both ways before crossing. Sharing the road is easy. Learn more at fresno.gov/BPAC.
Hi everybody, this is Sarah.
And that's T, and we're Pedal Junkies.
And we're here to tell you all about Fresno County Bicycle Coalition.
The Fresno County Bicycle Coalition is an organization that promotes safe bicycling for everyday transportation and recreation in Fresno County. We do this by providing community events that promote safe cycling. We offer smart cycling classes, community rides, and bicycle advocacy all over the county of Fresno.
Want to know more about Fresno County Bicycle Coalition? Go to fresnobike.org and check it all out. See you in traffic.
Learn how to make videos at CMAC. Get more info at cmac.tv.
You are what you litter. Coffee cups, cigarette butts, food wrappers, soda cans. Litterheads are a major problem. But we all have a choice. Don't be a litterhead. One vision, one mission, one Fresno.
Together, we can beautify Fresno. Find out how at beautifyfresno.org.
What I love about CMAC is that they provide me with the knowledge,
the equipment, the space to express myself,
to amplify my voice,
to share my story. My story.
My story. Go to cmac.tv/mystory to learn more.
A community garden, it brings so much more than we even envisioned that it would bring. This is the Yosemite Village Community Garden and Urban Farm Incubator Program. This front part of the garden is the community garden. So there are spaces that community members can come out and check out for them to grow food for their own families. If they need coaching or they need help on what to plant in season or get access to seeds, we also help them do that. The other half of the property in the back, we have a farm incubator program where we work with farmers to give them a ½ acre of land so that they can start developing their own business plans. They can start farming and getting used to like farming at a little bit larger scale. Our farmer Miguel has been working in farm work labor for over 10 years and he had not had the opportunity to start his own business or to get the opportunity to manage his own operation. But he really has a passion for agriculture, and so that this is what he hopes to be doing full time.
You guys want to go for a walk?
We also go into the classrooms and teach in the classrooms and then also bring kids from schools to the garden to learn here. We have volunteer days every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So if someone wants to start gardening and they don't feel like they know how to do it or they're not comfortable with getting a garden space yet, but they want to learn, they can always come and join us during those times. Or if you're a future farmer looking for some space and some training and guidance, we have that program here too.
California Teaching Fellows Foundation, and we want next generation leaders like you to help us positively impact the lives of 40,000 K-12 youth. We hire and train over 2,000 college students to run high quality morning and after school programs, all while getting paid. As a teaching fellow, you will be a coach, a teacher, and a positive role model.
Let's also welcome back to the field for the second half. Let's welcome back the visiting Beavers from American River College.
That PA is loud.
Well, we're back here at Ratcliffe Stadium for half number 2 of Fresno City and American River. It was the Rams who got off to a really nice start. They led 14-0. They lead now 28-7. Eric Bentley up here on top of Ratcliffe Stadium, joined by Gino Morrow. And Gino, if you're Fresno City, you got to be happy with really how you played in all 3 facets of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. You stick to the game plan. Coach has pretty much got the confidence rolling we talked about earlier, and literally you're able to play both of your quarterbacks almost equal amount of time, both with positive energy and positive outcomes on both sides of it, and you're scoring points with both of them. I mean, right now Coach is in a really good position. I think we're going to see a lot of players we wouldn't normally see on defense and offense play in this second half, but keep an eye on the quarterback situation.
Yeah, let's give you a little bit of a breakdown of how that quarterback situation played out. It was Yajae Vance, the 6'1 sophomore quarterback out of Edison, who got the start, and he got the Rams off to a really good start. First drive of the afternoon for Fresno City, it was Vance finding Noe Felix for a 10-yard touchdown pass to get the Rams on the board, and then Vance with a really accurate pass to a speedy Jacob English, who was able to break free for 60 yards and that touchdown as well. Then it was, like you mentioned, a different quarterback, David Marquez, who came in at the end of the second quarter, led a touchdown drive, and then the Rams got the interception, and then Colbert with a 40-yard touchdown run. 28-7, all Rams in the first half. Beavers trying to do something here to start the second. Not going to be a touchback, though, as Halim Thali will take it out from his own end zone, and he's met quickly. Wrapping him up inside the 20 is number 52, Josh Wilson.
Yeah, again, we talked about it, too, about controlling the offensive line and defensive line doing their jobs. And it goes back to the same scenario. For the defense, do your job, stay at home. We run a 3-4. We're gonna muscle you the offense at the line of scrimmage, and keep an eye on the short pass, and that's exactly what they've been doing today.
So we do have to give you an update, and apologies from up here in the broadcast booth. Number 21 out there for American River, the running back who's in the game right now, that's Nathan Crawford. Crawford listed as number 24 on the roster that we got. We had been calling Jeremiah DeMangle's name all afternoon long. It's actually been Nathan Crawford. They don't go to him on the first play, though. It's Jaden Anderson on the near side for a gain of about 2.
Anderson looked like he had fumble fingers there for a second. Had a tough time getting his hands around that ball. I know he saw the red jersey closing in on him. But, he was able to get three yards out of that play.
Yeah, Rams have done a good job defensively in pursuit. You know, the catch is made 3 or 4 yards past the sticks, and they're able to chase him down, or initial contact in the backfield, and someone else is still getting there to make the tackle. Whitaker Cruz, the quarterback in the shotgun, takes the snap, quick throw to his left, and bobbling it for a moment, but making the catch is Anderson on the sideline. That one's going to bring up 3rd and about 2.
Coming out with chunk plays. Got 3 on the first one, 4, 5 on the second one. It's like 3rd and 2 now. I wonder what coach was telling them on the American River side when they went into the halftime as far as the adjustments they're going to make.
It looks like maybe he was just telling Cruz, make the decision a little earlier. If you're going to dump it off, get it out of your hands quick and let your guys try and create some space. 3rd and 2 for American River here, their first possession in quarter number 3. Whitaker Cruz in the shotgun. Tries to draw the city defense off sides, but the Rams don't bite. They'll motion Crawford back behind Cruz. 8 seconds on the play clock. Cruz takes the shotgun snap. Quick inside handoff. Rams had pressure, and they're going to take him down at the line of scrimmage. Great job by the Rams' interior defensive line as they get the stop.
Good job of recognizing the offensive scheme there. Looked like the guards tried to double team up on the inside interior defensive linemen, and the linemen weren't having it. They literally were able to get underneath that block and create some controversy back there. Only a yard gain on that play.
And that's going to bring out the punt team. So a 3 and out for American River on their first possession here in quarter number 3. Rams don't really come after this one, but they do get close. It's a wobbly punt, bounces at the 49-yard line. It'll take an American River bounce, but not a huge one. Rams will have good field position for their first drive in the second half, as they'll have it starting at their own 45-yard line.
And I feel that the American River offense isn't comfortable right now. And I say that not because they've scored only 7 points so far, but you see the scheme that they're doing right now. They're trying to throw the defensive line off, and the defensive line isn't biting at all. And if you can't sustain the offensive line of scrimmage, you're not going to run the ball.
Yeah, the only time that we really saw American River have constant success was that drive where they were just attacking Brandon Holmes with those button hooks on the outside and trying to get him on the double move. New quarterback for the Rams is Christian English, and English is going to hand it off. Working to the right side and out ahead for a gain of about 6 goes Andrew Chavez.
So coach is able to bring in another quarterback to kind of get feel where he's at so far with the speed of the game. Got to admire that.
Christian English, Jacob English, brothers out of Central Texas. Christian, the 6', 180-pound freshman in the shotgun, is going to keep it himself on the read option, and he's got some space past the 40, inside the 30, all the way down to the 24-yard line. A great job on the read option by Christian English as he's got a huge pickup.
He kept his head up on the fake inside. He saw the lane, took the lane, but the explosion on that play was what basically where he got the extra chunk of 25 yards. Great run by them.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, when we talked with Coach Cavilla about 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, I think he said that Christian English, two-sport athlete, or at least is good at basketball as well. I don't know if he exactly plays, but I do remember Coach saying something about that, as English this time is going to hand it off to Chavez, and Chavez not much doing there. Will pick up maybe a yard on first down.
Good job on the defense shutting that down. 47, number 47 for American River there. Akeem Reynolds shutting it down early, closing the gap and making the tackle.
Rams in no hurry with a 3-score lead. English in the shotgun with Chavez split out to his right. English takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. Chavez trying to find some space up the middle. He'll surge his way forward for a gain of about 2, and it'll bring up 3rd and medium for the Rams here.
And that's following your big boys for yards. I mean, stuck his head in one of the linemen back. Just kind of followed it. Nothing fancy, but able to keep his feet moving and keep the offensive line going. It was actually a pretty good job to get a few yards.
Rams haven't had too many problems on 3rd down. They converted quite a few on their first 2 drives of the afternoon. English shotgun snap, another inside handoff, space for Dante Hedrington, and Hedrington is into the end zone. Rams starting to pour it on here early in the 3rd. It's 34-7.
21-yard rush.
Good job of the O-line opening a lane. When you got speed like Hedrington, it's not too hard to get up and into the end zone that way. Great job by the O-line.
Peterson for the extra point. Scrivener to hold.
Liam Peterson in for the extra point. He's 4 for 4 on the day. Low snap, but Scrivener's able to get it down. The kick is up, and it is good. And it's all Rams here early in quarter number 3. They strike with a touchdown on their opening drive of the 3rd quarter, and they lead American River 35-7. So again, Gino, a different quarterback running back combination is still finding success for this Fresno City Rams offense.
Yeah, totally new personnel, minus a couple of receivers on the outside. But you got to like what Coach is seeing and what Coach is doing right now. He's mixing it up. He's making it really difficult for the secondary of American River. I mean, they come up, they think they're getting a run, it's a pass. They back up, it's a run. I mean, they're making it really difficult, and a good credit to Fresno City for putting them in that position at this point.
Yeah, I mentioned it a little bit earlier in the game. Coming into this game, the Beavers averaged 404 yards of offense per game. They had really just been. Oh, I beg your pardon. I had my stats backwards there. We'll get back to the action, and then I'll clear myself up after that. The kickoff is dropped, and able to corral it is Jaden Anderson. Now Anderson's got some space out past the 25 and out to the 30-yard line. But back to what I was saying, this is an offense for the Beavers that came into the game averaging 423 yards a game. They are averaging 21 points per game, and Fresno City defensively has really just given an offense that has moved the ball at ease in their first 2 games a lot of fits.
No doubt. And on that play, Castro made a great effort to make that tackle. I almost thought he was going to break away, but Castro put an arm out there and kind of shoestring the entire tackle there.
Whitaker Cruz in the shotgun. Anderson in motion. Cruz, quick pass over to his right. Defender fell, but recovers quickly, and it's Brandon Holmes yet again being attacked over there on that far side of the field for a gain of 4.
Cruz completes to Torres.
Normally you wouldn't pick on a sophomore defender like Brandon Holmes, but I think with the personnel that American River brought today, and it feels like the right side of their offense is their stronger point, I got a feeling Brandon's going to see a lot more tackles and hopefully a lot more stops. Heavy on the right side.
Send a man in motion back to the left. It's Luis Torres. Shotgun snap for Cruz. Another quick pass over to the right. Dangerous. And it is that one caught over there on the far side? I was waiting on a signal from an official. No, it was incomplete. Great defense there from Holmes.
Anderson, incomplete.
Good job by Holmes recognizing it. Again, picking on Holmes. He's doing a good job.
Another third down upcoming for the Beavers here. 3 receivers this time, split out to the left, 1 to the right.
There are trips. At the bottom of your screen there, trips receiver.
Cruz with the shotgun snap. He's looking to the left, now comes back over the middle. A pass way behind the intended receiver. Great job. Oh, a late flag coming in from over there on the far side. That was about 5 seconds after the play got blown dead. Are they going to call this in the play? I mean, unless the official over there on the far side got it stuck trying to throw it, I'm not sure why a penalty flag would have been thrown that late unless it was something that was said after the play.
That's a good point. I don't necessarily
I didn't see anything
penalty
from up here that would warrant a dead ball personal foul. We'll see what our officiating crew has to say.
Defense, number 31.
Well, it's a late defensive PI call going against Antonio Castro, the freshman out of Campbell, Hawaii. Didn't see a whole lot there, Gino.
No, and if you're the defense right now, you're a little frustrated by the call, but this is what makes defenses stronger. You got to be like they say, you got to be a goldfish, right? Short memory.
Shotgun snap. Cruz snaps a throw over to the left, but right there to meet him and make a solid tackle is the freshman out of Buchanan, Mekhi Johnson.
Great tackle by Johnson on the open field. I mean, he gets away from him. He's looking at 20, 30 yards down the field. And as fast as that receiver is, it wouldn't surprise me one bit. Great job there by the DB.
Tackle for loss for the freshman. Will bring up 2nd and 14. Beavers, again, just trying to get some sort of consistency on the offensive end. Haven't had very much here this afternoon. Cruz, another shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, being chased. A wobbly throw is going to fall short of all intended receivers, and it'll bring up a 3rd and long.
I think on that play, quarterback knew that there was nothing open, literally. He turned, as soon as he made that turn, he looked downfield. Both receivers downfield were definitely covered. And his underneath was shadowed pretty heavily. So,
great pursuit on the backside from the defensive lineman Kevin Hunt as well. The freshman out of Clovis East chasing down Whitaker Cruz and kind of forced that wobbly throw. 3rd down and 14 from their own 42-yard line for the Beavers.
Let's see what kind of time he has from his offensive line here.
Cruz takes the low snap, now looks, throws to his left. Some contact before the ball got there, and another late flag is going to come in. This one looks like it'll be defensive pass interference on the freshman Donald Turner.
Yeah, that's tough to get away from when something like that happens. Turner pretty much didn't mean to do that, but I mean, if you're gonna be that close on the ball,
pass interference, defense.
It's gonna happen, you know.
15 yards, first down.
A victim of circumstances, so to speak.
That's definitely something that will frustrate you a little bit as a coach, but again, with a 35-7 lead, more of an opportunity to look at it as clean it up. Let's clean this up rather than a situation where you don't have a 4-score advantage halfway through the 3rd quarter.
Sure. I mean, only the biggest problem right now is it's first down.
Fresh set of downs for the Beavers in Fresno City territory. Cruz again out of the shotgun, fakes the handoff, drops back to pass, looks across the middle and finds a man. It's Dylan Fear out near the 35-yard line. Close to first down yardage, but he'll be just a bit short.
Almost felt like Cherry knew to stay home, but it was a little too late on that play. It was a good job by the quarterback to read that inside, though, and find the open receiver. I mean,
Martin and Donald Turner.
8-yard play, it's not bad. 2nd and 2.
No real urgency from the Beavers here with just about a quarter and a half left to play. Cruz out of the shotgun again. Takes another low snap. Fakes the throw. Now does go down the sideline. He's got a man wide open and bobbling it, but hanging on to it is Jaden Anderson. And getting past the defense and scoring for American River. 35-13 on the 40-yard strike.
For Mackay, number 20, it looked like he slipped there and basically open receiver after that. I mean, nobody close to him, and he almost bobbled it away.
I was going to say, he saw it into his hands and took a little bit of time to fully secure it, but was able to for the touchdown catch. On to attempt the extra point, Landon Richardson. And before the kick, got a flag on the far side. So we only saw a few penalties in that first half of play. We've seen the flag fly a handful of times already here in the third.
Number 88, penalty decline.
The offsides going against the Rams. Penalties decline, so they won't move the ball at all. They'll just line right back up for the extra point.
Well, 2 scores so far in this first part of the second half. Rams put 6 on the board, and American River comes back and answers the 6 points with their 7 here.
Kick is up, and it is good. So with 7:37 to play here in quarter number 3, Rams still with a 3-possession advantage at 35-14 here over American River.
Beavers 14. Ram Country, say hello to your Ram cheerleaders. And don't forget, fans, with Hunger Strike, be sure to pick up the food truck located on the track in the south end zone. Tacos y mariscos, Michoacán, Tabasco Club, Loki, and the Dog Shack. All a great option. Check them out right now. Don't go hungry, don't go thirsty. Check out the food truck right away.
So we'll see who comes back to quarterback for Fresno City. We've seen 3 different quarterbacks so far throughout the course of the afternoon. Most recently, it was Christian English who drove the Rams down the field on their opening possession in quarter number 3. Handed it off to Dante Hedrington for a 21-yard rushing touchdown. Already in the third quarter, but Rams have got to be excited getting the ball back the way that the offense has moved so far throughout the game.
Yeah, and I've actually enjoyed the fact that we've had 3 quarterbacks, 3 different styles of play so far, and everyone's been productive so far. I mean, Vance, English, I mean, all the above. Literally, we've been getting a really good mixture of what our offense can really do.
Kickoff is up and sent deep by Alex Hensley. Short kick caught at the 10-yard line, and the Rams are going to take it out, looking for some space on the right side, but eventually tackled goes Michael Runnels. And now we've got some late commotion after the whistle. Some chirping over there from the American River sideline, and that looks like it's going to draw a flag.
On the field.
And if you're the Beavers, that's the last thing that you can do in a situation like this. The Rams have been moving the ball so efficiently, and you might have just given them an extra 15 yards.
Literally, you got to keep your cool, regardless of the score. This game will get away from you quickly, and literally, it definitely got away from this young man. But yeah, you gotta watch what you say.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 30.
So they're going to get that one on Gavin Rappa, a freshman DB out of 12 Bridges. Haven't called Rappa's name tonight for the Beavers, so not a great sign. Maybe a younger guy just getting some reps in on kickoff, but couldn't keep his cool.
Yeah, freshman, you're out there, you're trying to show the coach you got the toughness to play, but I mean, you got the helmet on. Coach knows you're tough. Now you got to be tough mentally, and you got to avoid that kind of stuff. It's at this point, once you get into college, you got to avoid that kind of stuff.
Christian English, freshman out of Texas, back in for his second series as quarterback. He hands it off inside for Jackson Sinfel, and no room for Sinfel as he's bottled up at the line of scrimmage.
That play almost felt like they were setting up a screen of some type, because it just felt like the 2 defensive ends got in way too quickly on that play. Could be a misinformation on the offensive line, bad blocking scheme or something, but something definitely wasn't right about that play.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Christian English. Out of the shotgun, hands it off to Sinfeld. Sinfeld trying to get the edge on the left side. He's going to cut back inside, and again, bottled up near the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back runs for no gains will put Fresno City at 3rd and 10.
And American River's not biting on the fake play anymore. They're sending 5, almost 6 players, and they're shadowing the quarterback. So there's 4 guys to beat deep. Let's see if Coach maybe airs one out with the next play, or maybe the next series. We'll see.
6:20 and counting in quarter number 3. Big 3rd down and 10 for the Rams upcoming. They converted on a couple of 3rd and longs early on in quarter number 1. We'll see what Christian English and the Fresno City offense can do. English back in the shotgun, takes a snap, slant over the middle and in and out of the hands of J.C. Turner, and it'll fall incomplete, but the referee's coming back. We got a flag on the far side.
I'm not sure if that's holding on the offense or if that was hands to the face on defense.
An eligible man downfield, number 55 on the offense. Penalty decline, 4th down.
Got a little too far on the block.
So.
Got a little too far on the cut block there.
4th and 10. And the Rams look like they'll bring out Dean Scrivener to try and yet again pin the Beavers back deep inside the 20. Already done it twice today.
This is where Scrivener likes it too. He's averaging anywhere from 41 to 45 yards per kick. So, and he had that 71-yarder in the last game.
Scrivener with a good punt, a low line drive. It's going to be fielded at the 6-yard line, and he's going to bring it out. Working to his left, trying to get some space. He's got some space on the left side of the field. It looks like it's number 83, Taymel Horton. Horton out across the 40, all the way to the 50. I take that back. It's number 82. It's Colby Eckhart, and Eckhart is finally taken down, but not before he gets into Fresno City territory. A great return on the kick. Sets American River up in great position.
Jackson Coates on the side.
Yeah, and Gavin Rappa, I don't know what he did on that play, but he was definitely celebrating on his way back to the American River.
Yeah, well, I guess maybe he learned, maybe the line, where is the line?
Yeah.
Maybe he figured that one out. But nonetheless, American River definitely looking to give this game a different feel in the middle of quarter number 3. 5:39 to play. Rams still leading 35-14 as the F-16s from the flyover at the Fresno State football game make an appearance on the horizon. Deep to pass across the middle, and the pass intended for Jaden Anderson, but low. Anderson didn't even really have a chance to try and scoop that one up.
And honestly, good job by the D-line putting on a hit on the quarterback as he let go of the ball. Got to let him know that we're coming. We haven't seen you in a while, but we're coming.
Nathan Crawford, number 21 there. You see him on the screen. Again, apologies for having that name wrong in the first half. Crawford was able to do some nice work on the ground for the Beavers on a couple of their possessions. See what he does here behind Whitaker Cruz in the shotgun. It is going to be a handoff for Crawford. Crawford's got some space on the left side out past the 30 near a first down, and they are going to give him first down yardage down to the 29.
Nice run by Crawford. And a nice little leap there at the end to avoid the tackle. Can't keep your head down when you're tackling. You got to keep your head up. For your own safety and for the tackle itself, you got to see what you're hitting.
Fresh set of downs for American River. They trailed at one point 35-7, looking to make it a 2-score game with a touchdown here. Cruz in the backfield, and before he can even get the snap off, we've got a whistle and a flag thrown.
Substitution infraction, 12 men, offense, 5 yards.
And substitution infraction as they broke the huddle with 12 men. So some procedural penalties that we're seeing here on the Beavers in this third quarter. I didn't see a 12th guy from up here.
Correction, no foul.
Okay. Got it all figured out. I was going to say, I didn't see anybody running off the field.
I counted 11 too.
As if there would have been someone who wasn't supposed to be there. So, miscue on the official there. 1st and 10 still for Cruz.
Really want to see the Rams defense tighten up here.
Cruz fakes the handoff, looking deep. He's got a lot of time to throw. Now lobs one up and over the top, and an amazing one-handed catch is made by Luis Torres. There's a flag down on the field. Torres lost his helmet. We'll have to sort that one out. The penalty might negate it, but what an effort by Luis Torres, a one-handed snag.
Yeah, Torres gave a little first down motion too, which he's got to be careful with at this level. He'll draw a penalty for that.
On the offense, 5 yards.
Unfortunately for the Beavers, Keith Tapusi, one of those offensive linemen, got a little too far downfield. We saw an illegal man downfield hurt the Rams on one of their possessions, but this time it's going to drive the Beavers back 5 yards and negate a really nice catch.
Yeah, I got a feeling American River is going to try that again on first down, or at least try that receiver out again on first down. Peculiarly open.
1st and 15 with under 5 minutes to play here in the third. Cruz out of the shotgun with Crawford to his right, going to hand it off. Nice little reverse play as Crawford gets back to his left, but the Fresno City defense is there ready for it. Minimal gain of only about a yard.
Yeah, Elijah Williams did a great job shedding his block to make that tackle.
Josh Wilson and Elijah Williams combined for the tackle.
A little help from Josh Wilson on that play as well, but good job of Williams.
Behind the sticks are the Beavers, 2nd and 13.
Looks like number 30 is checking in, Jacob Niermeyer.
He was the one who had the interception for the Rams that led to those quick points at the end of the second quarter. Low snap for Cruz. He's going to dump it off underneath. The screen passes found to Crawford. Crawford trying to find some space. He'll get out ahead for a nice gain of about 10. It'll make it 3rd and 6.
Yeah, on that play, nice job by the O-line selling it too. Nobody moved until it was time, and usually you hear some type of signal from the quarterback or from the running back, fire or jailbreak or something, but again, good job by the O-line staying at home until they knew they could take him on.
See how the Beavers play this with 3:20 to play in the third, down by 3 scores, if this is 4-down territory or not. 3rd and 5 from the Fresno City 23-yard line. Shotgun snap. It's going to be Cruz with the keeper up the middle, and he's going to be close to first down yardage, but the Fresno City defense is going to hold him up a yard short. Stopped at the 19.
I almost think you got to go for it at this point. You're down 21 points, and time is not on your side at this point. So if you're this far down, 3's not going to help you. You got to go for it.
Under 3 minutes to go. 4th down and 2 officially. Ball just in front of the Fresno City 20-yard line.
I haven't seen the defense do a lot of stunts inside either. We haven't seen a lot of linebackers on the blitz. So, maybe that's something Coach might be thinking of on this play.
Cruz out of the shotgun. Quick throw over to the right side. Wide open with some space over there is Jaden Anderson, and looked like the Beavers knew that the Rams were going to stack the interior and just picked up the quick out route for the first down.
And again, soft defensive play. Easy turnaround for 5 yards. There's your first down. Keep eating that clock up.
Yeah, that clock is continuing to run for American River. Again, a Fresno City team that has 35 points. They've scored 5 touchdowns on their, I believe, 8 drives so far this evening. First down and 10 from the 15. Cruz in the shotgun. Now they're going to motion Jaden Anderson out to the left. Inside handoff goes to Crawford, and not much room for Crawford. Maybe a yard as he goes straight ahead on first down.
Not a lot for Crawford to run on that play. Good job. That time defense stepped in, filled the holes. Good job by the linebackers. And again, good job by the D-line, making it very difficult for the offensive line to push them forward.
Fresno City offense has been on the sidelines for quite some time here in this third quarter, as the Beavers have just been slowly but surely moving this ball down the field, trying to cap it off with a touchdown. Rams defense trying to bend, not break. Cruz with the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, tosses it up over the middle, and the pass is caught by Jaden Anderson. And American River has got a touchdown, 35-20. And the Beavers might not be done just yet.
Yeah, and I know the coaches are a little upset about that play. It seemed like it was a little too easy for them to score on that. Almost like blown coverage in a sense.
Yeah, Gino, it's something that we've talked about it a lot as far as the DBs and the safeties for Fresno City playing with some cushion, but the closer that the deeper the other team gets in the red zone, the less cushion that you have, and kind of looked like that situation there. Rams send the block after the field goal, or rather after the point after, but they're unable to get there. So back-to-back touchdowns for American River. Fresno City still with a 2-touchdown lead at 35-21, but with 48 seconds left in quarter number 3, the Rams are going to have to try and get some points, or at least string together a long drive to kind of tilt that momentum back towards their side of things.
Yeah, they're going to definitely have to go back to the old saying, and once you got a lead, keep your foot on the jugular, so to speak. And I think at this point, they got to power them out of the inside and just run right up, wear them down inside, and just keep running at them. Especially when you got the bevy of running backs that Fresno City Rams have. I mean, they should literally be knocking time off of this clock in the fourth quarter with the run game.
And the Rams have been able to utilize that run game well with a handful of different running backs. The quarterbacks obviously getting in on the rushing action as well. And we got a stoppage from the officials because the scoreboard over there on the south side of the stadium has gone out. No time, no score on the scoreboard. So I believe that means the referees will have to revert to manually keeping time on the field. Well, I do see the scoreboard lights maybe starting to come back a little bit. There you go. You can see it on your screen. We are in the third quarter, and there's your score.
There we go.
Hey, as someone who does work in facilities and event operations in an athletic department, scoreboard outages always scare me. Even if I'm not in charge of it, it made me jump when I looked over there and didn't see anything. But we're back in business.
You can almost count on technical difficulties.
Yeah, just a part of the game. A little bit of a pooch kick there, right side of the field, and calling for fair catch of the Rams. Can't get a number on that who fielded it. Nonetheless, it'll be 1st and 10 Fresno City, just inside their 20-yard line. Looked like that was Sinfeld, number 24, who called for that fair catch over there on the far side. We'll see if Sinfeld stays in the action as the running back, but it looks like I see Dante Hedrington. Oh, no, he was just out to join the huddle for a moment. It's Jordan Colbert, number 4, who will take over the running back responsibility here to start this drive. Christian English, who came in as quarterback to start this third quarter, back out there for his third drive.
3 receivers set. Big cushion on the inside receiver.
Rolling to his right is English, looking to throw. Now he's going to tuck it, and he's going to pick up a couple of yards as he's forced out of bounds past the 30, near the 32. Well, they're going to call him right out at the 30, so it'll be a pickup of 5, bring up 2nd and 5.
That was a nice little run. Not really anything downfield to throw to, so tuck the ball away and find a lane and run up.
Rams do not have to snap the ball here. The play clock has not started. Not sure what the issue was. They probably will run a play with 20 seconds to go. But a running play or anything inbound should make it the last play of quarter number 3. English out of the shotgun is going to hand it off to Colbert. Colbert cuts his way to the right side. He's looking for a block, spins his way back inside. He's got a first down and more out near the 45-yard line on the final play of quarter number 3. Fresno City on top of American River, 35-21.
Colbert on the run. At the end of the quarter, after 3, your Fresno City College Rams 35, the American River College Beavers 21. All right, Ram Country, say hello to your Rams cheerleaders.
Cheerleaders getting in on the action. They've been working hard down there on the track. Pretty good crowd here at Ratcliffe Stadium. Gino and I were sitting up here at halftime. We were kind of looking down there. Pretty good crowd for a Saturday night. And the Rams have really given them something to cheer about, looking to push their advantage back up to 3 scores. Fresno City has not trailed in this game. They've led by as many as 28, but American River able to score 1 there late in the third. 35-21. Rams, though, have been really working the clock well on their drives. They did have the 60-yard touchdown pass and the 40-yard touchdown rush, but most of their other drives have taken a few minutes off the clock as they've worked the ball up the field. Inside handoff going right up the middle is Jordan Colbert. Colbert is going to push his way forward with the help of some of his offensive linemen for a gain of about 3.
And 3 the hard way, too, on the right side of that line. Good job by the D lineman trying to shed his block, but he's a tough runner. I mean, Colbert's a tough runner, and he's going to make it hard for any defense to bring him down, especially when his momentum hits, when he hits the offense, once he hits that line of scrimmage and his momentum's moving, those legs are going. It's tough to bring him down. Almost like he's making a statement.
Rams taking that play clock inside of 10 seconds here on this 2nd down and 8. In motion goes Ray Brown from left to right. Shotgun snap goes to English. He's going to hand it right off up the middle and some space. There goes Andrew Chavez out past the 40, inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line, and a first down on the ground for the Rams. Keeps that clock running.
Great job by Chavez, keeping the ball secure, running with his head up, legs moving. Looks like he's down right now. Might have gotten maybe a cramp of some type, perhaps. We're hoping something small like that.
Yeah, so Chavez a little slow to get up. We'll bring the athletic training staff out for the first time here this afternoon. Always interesting when you're getting tackled from behind like that, getting dragged down. Hopefully something didn't get rolled up. He's getting some assistance off the field, but Andrew Chavez, really, if you go all the way back to the first series of the game for this Fresno City team, Chavez knocked off a nice couple of runs. He had a couple of chunk runs that really seemed like it kind of set the tone for this Fresno City offense as they were able to build on that first drive as the game has gone on.
Yeah, and nothing fancy either, just momentum of pushing your guy in front of you and Chavez finding the hole, and literally not a lot to the play itself, just do your job and win at the line of scrimmage.
So hopefully the sophomore is all right. He walked on his own power over to the scorer's table with a little bit noticeable of a limp. He's getting looked at right now. I believe it's Jackson Sinfeld now, his replacement in the backfield. They're going to hand it off. Up the middle goes Sinfeld. Not a whole lot of room, maybe a gain of a yard.
Handoff is to Jackson Sinfeld.
But again, even on plays like that, you're taking close to 40 seconds off the clock if you're smart. Rams looking over to the sideline for the play call. Play clock still at 25 seconds. And as you can see, Fresno City in no hurry here, watching time tick away with a 2-possession lead in the 4th. English finally gets set in the shotgun. 5 seconds on the play clock. Takes the snap, hands it off. Sinfeld has some space, bounces it outside to the right. Sinfeld gets taken down from behind. A shoestring tackle there by number 27, Takai Takashi.
Sinfeld on the run.
And Sinfeld might have had a first down if he didn't get tripped up from behind. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd and medium.
Well, Takashi got lucky on that play. Literally had to stretch out to get those shoestrings, too, or we're talking about possible 6 points right now on the board.
Personnel change for the Rams. Kyle Kobashi checks in, and the tight end Jackie Burden will head to the bench. So, see what the Rams do. Throwing situation here. Back to throw is English. He looks for a fade down the sideline. The pass is deflected. Great defense on the far side there by American River, and it'll bring up 4th and 6.
Good job by the defense reading that play. They weren't being fooled by anything that time.
I don't think the Rams have any interest in punting the ball here, Gino.
No reason to. Field position right now is not bad. Whether they get the first, if they get the first, obviously they're happy to move on. But at this point where they're out on the field of play, it's a lot of green grass for American River to come down and get 6 points.
And even when the Beavers have scored, their drives have not been quick.
No, not by any means.
English takes the shotgun snap, 4th and 6. He's flushed to his right. He's got a whole lot of space. He's going to tuck it and run, and English picks up the first down and more. Inside the 25-yard line, it's Christian English, the freshman quarterback, using his legs and picking up a big first down to keep the Fresno City drive alive.
You can't say he wasn't looking down to check his, receivers, but at the end of his check downs, nobody's open. He sees the right side of the field. He's got a big lane to run. Hey, let's find that first down. Keep going.
And tick, tick, tick goes the clock as the Rams very content right now to watch time tick away with a 2-score lead, 35-21. Rams have not been in this position all year, obviously after losing the game to Diablo Valley College to open the season and then having to come from behind with 24 fourth-quarter points last week at Sierra. First time that they've been in a situation like this as Dante Hedrington, who already has a rushing touchdown here in this second half, charges forward for a nice gain of about 8.
Hedrington on the carry.
Yes, it looked like number 28 there, Brandon Saunders, was kind of like following him from the outside.
Down by Micah Bryant.
And Bryant was actually the one that put the tackle together on that play, but he was, he was getting chased by number 28.
Inside of 11 minutes to go here as the Rams in the red zone yet again. They've been there frequently so far throughout the course of this game, and they've been converting at a pretty good clip too.
Yeah, you definitely want to put 6 up on the board if you can, but 3's not a bad issue either. 3's not a bad deal if you get 3.
English takes the shotgun snap. He's going to hand it off here to Michael Runnels. Runnels looking for some space to his left. Doesn't have much. Bobbled up at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Maybe even a loss of a half a yard.
On the run.
Nowhere to go on that play. Pretty much D-line for American River.
Bring him down.
Off the ball. Beat the left tackle there off the snap and made it very difficult for him to recover. And here we are looking at 3rd down.
Again, Rams in no hurry. 17 seconds on the play clock as they finally get the play call in. 3rd and 3. We've already seen the Rams convert on a 4th down on this drive, so you got to be thinking that you got 2 plays to get a first down here inside the 20. Runnels in the backfield. They're going to pitch it on the reverse. Ray Brown's got some space on the outside. Can he get the edge? Yes, he can. Well, he can get enough for the first down at least as he's forced out of bounds inside the 15 and a fresh set of downs for Fresno City.
I like Ray Brown's run too. Keeps his head up. He sees the pylon, goes straight to the pylon. He knows where the first down is. He knows what he wants.
And, Gino, we've seen that a handful of times throughout the game where Ray Brown has come in motion across the formation. They haven't given it to him in the past, but that time the Rams waited for a perfect opportunity. And they were late changing the marker over there. It still said 4th down for a second. I was very confused. It is indeed 1st down, though, as we're inside of 9 minutes to go here in quarter number 4. Rams looking to put this game on ice for all intents and purposes with a touchdown here. Snapped with 1 second on the play clock and trying to bounce outside, and no room to go there was, I believe, Runnels, and Runnels driven into the ground on a really tough tackle there.
Reynolds, the ball carrier.
Trying to get a number on who made
Brandon
the tackle.
Sanders, I believe. Number 28.
Yeah, 28. Sanders.
Gerganius.
No.
They're going to say 26.
They're saying 26 got him down.
2nd down.
So a loss of 3 on the play for Runnels and the Rams. But again, clock continues to run. .39 in the backfield. Jensen Cantave. He might have been the guy who got the 1st down carry. They're going to give it to Cantave again up the middle. And again, he spins off of a tackle, but met again. Still trying to fight his way forward. Keeps the legs churning and will be thrown down inbounds back near the 20-yard line. So another loss of about 2. 3rd and about 14 now for the Rams.
Bring him down.
Yeah, Devin Williams on that play, number 22, was the one that spun him around to bring him down. Came from all the way on the right side to make that tackle.
It's 3rd down.
3rd and long for the Rams hasn't necessarily been a problem. And again, where they're at on the field might be looking at 4 down territory as we're past the halfway point in quarter number 4.
The clock is the Rams' friend right now, and they're using it to their advantage.
Cantave gets the handoff. Nope, it's a fake. Christian English rolling to his right. Great coverage downfield. Lobs one up into the end zone, and the pass is caught for the touchdown. It doesn't matter who was playing defense because Ray Brown is able to come down with it. And Fresno City goes back on top by 3 scores here late in the 4th.
Beautiful catch. Great throw by English. Could you say he had a little English on it?
I mean, he fit that ball right where it needed to be. And a spectacular adjustment by Ray Brown as he makes the catch, falling to the ground. Everything has been going right for Fresno City today as the extra point is up and good, and it's a 42-21 advantage with under 7 minutes to play.
Great rollout play, honestly. English did a great job looking down, checking his receivers, found Brown in the back of the end zone there. That was a great catch by Brown. Awesome play. Good job, Rams.
So for Brown, his first touchdown of the afternoon. And as I sit here and look at my little box score that I've written, every touchdown that Fresno City has scored has come from a different player. We had Noe Felix with a touchdown reception to get the Rams on the board in the first quarter. We had Jacob English with a 60-yard touchdown pass. We had Jackson Sinfeld with a 17-yard rushing touchdown in the second quarter. We had Jordan Colbert with a rushing touchdown in the second quarter. And then here in the third quarter, or rather back in the third quarter, Dante Hedrington with a rushing touchdown. And now we've got a catch for Ray Brown from Christian English. Everybody getting in on the action, Gino. You got to love it if you're a Rams fan.
That's right. Saturday night, get some. It's Rams football at its finest. You got, and 3 different quarterbacks making all of this happen, by the way. And let's not forget our offensive line. I mean, good job by those guys tonight in all facets of their game. Winning at the line of scrimmage. I mean, we're up by 21 at this point. It's safe to say that they've won that line of scrimmage. The game's not over. We're not taking it away from American River.
I was going to say, we saw the Rams come up with a fairly improbable comeback, if you want to say it, last week. But the way that this game has been playing out,
we're not counting our chickens. You're right.
The way that the game has been playing out, it would be a tough ask for American River to string together 3 touchdowns. You would definitely need the Rams to help them out by turning the ball over or something like that. But we'll see what the Beavers can do. 6 minutes and 57 seconds to play. It looks like it's still Whitaker Cruz, the quarterback. Quick throw over to the sideline, in and out of the hands of Jaden Anderson. And when Gino, I don't know if you were picking it up. We can hear the coaches a little bit over to our right, and one of them was telling Brandon Holmes. He just said, "You can see it. Go jump in front of it. Go pick it up." It's been there all evening long.
We were talking about that earlier. You know, Holmes playing so soft against the receiver, but eventually he's going to see that. You know.
Yeah.
If he doesn't see it tonight, they'll definitely show it to him in practice what it would look like in real speed. You know.
Cruz again out of the shotgun to throw. Look out behind. He's able to dump it off underneath to Crawford. Crawford looking for some space. Flag in the backfield. Looks like it might add on some yardage to this run. As all the way out near midfield goes Crawford. And Crawford looks like he's going to be a little bit slow to get up. Again, like I said, there was a flag in the backfield that I believe is going to be a late hit on the quarterback, which would add 15 more yards.
Passing, blow to the head. 47. 15 yards out of the end of the run. First down.
So if you're Fresno City, that's absolutely what you can't have happen. A big gainer with 15 yards on a penalty tacked onto the end.
Again, we got to get back to focus. You know, I jokingly said, you know, the guys need to keep their, the foot on the jugular, so to speak. But at this point, you got to play smart football. Again, you're up by 21 with 6 minutes, but stranger things have happened.
Oh, and definitely.
We know that nothing is secured until that final whistle. And at this point, you got to play smart. You got to use that clock to your advantage. And giving up that kind of yardage right now, even on the chunk after the play, it's not good. Rams got to clean that up. And they will.
Crowd starting to make some noise here on Staff and Faculty Appreciation Night. Whitaker Cruz in the shotgun, takes the snap, and he's going to get taken down. Penetration by the Rams defense. It looked like it might have been Jacob Wilson, number 47, coming through to get the sack.
Yeah, a little help with Jack Nelson, too, on that play. But there's the answer, you know. You give up a chunk of play, you give up a big chunk on the gain, you give up a chunk on the penalty, and now you're back 12 yards on the play because you're trying to make things right here again.
And the sack keeps the clock running now, under 6 minutes to play.
It's definitely more than 20 yards for second down and 20 there. Say like 22 maybe.
Whitaker Cruz, the quarterback, barking some instructions to his receivers over there on the left side of the field. Takes a low shotgun snap, throws left. A dangerous pass is tipped. It hung up in the air for a minute, but a late flag comes in, and it looks like we might have PI going against Fresno City.
And we talked about Holmes seeing that. Holmes saw that on that play. He almost jumped in front of it on that one.
Flag on the far side, though. We'll wait to see what the call is.
Holding, defense, number 0.
So it'll be a defensive holding going against Brandon Holmes. And poor Brandon Holmes, the sophomore, he has been right in the middle of the action every single possession that American River has had the ball.
That's tough. That's tough on Holmes, too. He's been playing really well.
Learning experience.
And he's been challenged all night. So,
and when you think about it, really nothing has gotten behind Holmes except for that one pass that was down the sideline that he got called for the pass interference on.
Right.
So he's been playing pretty well over there, even though he has been the target of a lot of the Beavers' attention. Another low shotgun snap, this time an inside handoff, and the Fresno City interior defensive line is ready for it yet again as big number 54, Josue Madrigales, comes in with some friends and makes another tackle for loss.
Madrigales out of Madera, California. County product. Go Rams, let's go.
Under 5 to play, Rams with a 3-touchdown advantage. Beavers just trying to fight their way back into this one. Pass outside, way out in front of his intended receiver, Taymel Horton. And it'll bring up a 3rd and long.
You know, when I was able to sit down and do those interviews with the guys the other day, I thought it was really cool that when I asked them if they had any superstitions, you know me, I like to ask that question. If you have any superstitions. Scribner said he didn't, except he liked to have caffeine and certain things to eat before a game so that he could be in the right frame of mind. And I thought it was really cool. Vance and Cherry both said they like to listen to music, both rap and gospel, before a game. I thought that was really interesting.
It's always important to have a good mix of songs that you can listen to as well.
Sure.
That's a pretty good mix. Cruz out of the shotgun, steps back to throw, looks to his left, throws left, got a man, and it's complete, out of bounds for a first down. Taymel Horton able to corral that one. And you said it a little bit earlier, American River has one local product out of the Valley on their team, and that is number 83, Taymel Horton, the freshman product of Clovis High School.
Yeah, I was looking at their roster, and I was like, I wonder if there's any Valley products on that team, and found one guy from Clovis.
Approaching 4 minutes to play. Time really not on the side of American River. Rolling to his right is Cruz. He gets hit as he throws, and the pass is going to flutter its way incomplete. Dangerous play, and again, hot pursuit from the Fresno City defense. That time it was Jack Nelson, the Clovis East product, giving chase.
And kudos to Nelson, too, being a good sport about the situation, almost getting the sack and helping the quarterback up on that play. That's good sportsmanship on his part.
Incomplete pass stops the clock with 4 minutes and 12 seconds left. Beavers need a touchdown here on this drive. Cruz again out of the shotgun like he has been all evening long. Takes another low snap, looks to his right, throws deep, and it's up and over the head of his intended receiver. And boy, if Jamari Carter was looking for it, that would have been an interception that fell right into his hands. Instead, it goes out of bounds, and it'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Third down.
And you can feel at this point American River knows the clock's against them, the time's running out, they're down 3 scores. This third down is probably the biggest third down of the game for them. Only because they need the yardage right now. They need that first down and or a touchdown.
4:07 to play. Rams with the 3-touchdown lead. Back to throw is Cruz. He's pressured. He gets hit as he throws, lays one up, and the catch is made. Tumbling out of bounds goes Jaden Anderson, but keeps the Beavers alive. And boy, what a throw by Whitaker. Cruz hanging in there, taking a hit and delivering a really nice ball.
I don't know if Holmes lost his footing and got burned on that play, or just...
Now Brandon Holmes, the defensive back for the Rams, is slow to get up. Looks like it could possibly be some cramping. Again, don't like to speculate injuries, but sometimes you can see what the trainers are doing, and looks like they might just be stretching out that right leg of Brandon Holmes, who has been very busy, Gino, all afternoon long.
Yeah, it feels like they've been picking on him all night, but I think that part of their scheme is going to that outside play, or feeding off of that outside play.
Yeah, I was going to say, really, the only time that we've been able to see the Beavers move the ball is when they've been able to get those out completions on that first or second down to give themselves a 3rd and medium to try and keep the ball moving. But good sign for Brandon Holmes as he's able to get up and jog off the field without any assistance.
Yeah, you can tell they've given up on the inside rush already. They've lost too many downs on that play. Rams defensive line, they're not going anywhere, and they've already proved that they own the line of scrimmage now. So it's all up to the quarterback to pass. Not much running going to happen on this offense.
Under 4 minutes to play. Cruz out of the shotgun. Looks right, throws right into some traffic, and it falls incomplete. Intended for, looked like maybe number 18, Eric Phillips.
Yeah, good job on the Rams, too, to be right on the inside of that pass. I almost got picked off.
We've seen that a couple of times. Some throws for the Rams that looked like they maybe could have picked off. 3:40 to play. Beavers, again, in need of a score and an onside kick and some more possessions.
Cruz, you know that onside kick's coming.
Cruz in the shotgun with Zaire Eastman to his right. Cruz back to throw, pressured again, tosses one up into the corner of the end zone, and making the catch is Eric Phillips. So the Beavers not going away just yet, 42-27 with 3:36 to go pending the extra point.
Not particularly good on the defensive side of the ball on that play. Looked like he was waiting on a different type of route and got burned on the inside. Kudos to the quarterback for putting the ball where only his receiver could get it. Tightening up the score now.
Extra point on its way. Music still playing, but we're going to play through it apparently as the kick is up and good. So 42-28 with 3:36 to play. More than likely, we're going to see an onside kick coming here for the Beavers as they trail Fresno City here by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, they're almost obligated to kick an onside kick at this point. 3:36 isn't a lot of time.
Last chance to the last dance for the food truck. You check them out right now. They're out there waiting for you.
Complete darkness here now at Ratcliffe Stadium. Sun has gone down. It's cooled down a little bit. The breeze is still working its way across the field from the north to the south. But really, Gino, the last 2 games that we've been here at Fresno City, can't really complain about the weather. I mean, it's been a little hot, 90 degrees, but if you're local in Fresno, that's nothing.
Yeah, that's actually kind of cool in Fresno at this time of year.
Yeah, we'll take 90 degrees in the middle of September with a nice little breeze.
Yeah, the nights are, we don't need that Bay Area Delta breeze here in Fresno. We've got our own nice little breeze going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys on the line, 2 behind. They're definitely waiting on the onside kick.
Looks like number 19 there, Landon Richardson, will be the one doing the onside kick duties, and it takes a high hop right into the Fresno City defense. Great positioning there, and way to squeeze the ball. Trying to see who that was. Looks like number 19, Jacob Couch, the 6'5", 250-pound freshman. That's a good way to get on hand teams there. A big guy with some soft hands.
You know, and a good job of squeezing the ball and just laying down, you know, literally doing, again, going back to doing your job. You know, you got one job to do, to secure the ball, get on top of it, give the Rams the ball on offense. Great job. He's going to get definitely going to get a couple of claps from the special teams on that one.
American River does have all 3 timeouts here with 3 minutes and 36 seconds left, trailing by 2 scores. We'll see how they elect to use them, if they elect to use them. New quarterback for the Rams in there again. Now it's Peyton Van Werth who hands it off, and a nice run working his way to the near side goes Jemson Cantave, the freshman, and a nice pickup of about 8.
Yeah, let's get them all out there. Let's see what we got, you know. You got a lead going on. You might as well see what you can do on offense, you know.
I was going to say, more importantly for the freshman running back, he stayed in bounds to keep the clock running, but before I could even get those words out of my mouth, we get a whistle and a stoppage for an injury timeout, as we've got an injured Beaver down right there at midfield on the near hash. Let's take a quick minute to look ahead at the rest of the Fresno City football schedule. Next Saturday, they'll be on the road at City College of San Francisco. 2:00 p.m. kickoff for that one. Next home game will be the last Saturday in September, the 27th, as the Rams will play host to College of San Mateo right here at Ratcliffe Stadium. 5 p.m. the kickoff for that one. You can catch the action right here on CMAC as well. Again, coming into this game, if you're Fresno City, 1-1 record, ranked 14th in the most recent edition of the JC Athletic Bureau poll. It's always kind of funny, Gino, how these polls kind of work out, you know, especially so far early in the season. I know, you know, as someone who knows ball, you can only take so much from a number beside the name. American River was ranked preseason 5th coming into the season. They've suffered 2 straight losses. Rams 3 minutes and 17 seconds away from making it a 3rd straight.
Yeah, well, and honestly, Eric, too, when you're on top of the mountain, everybody wants to knock you off. And literally, and it's JC level. It's about, you know, can you knock me off? You know, can you knock me off the top of the mountain? And right now, Fresno City showing that they belong a little bit above that, or maybe in the top 10, perhaps. But again, like you said, these polls are, you know, can't really get a good feel for the polls until maybe you get 4 or 5 games under your belt.
A couple of first downs for the Rams, and this one will be over. They snap it with 4 seconds on the play clock. It's a keeper is for Van Wert. Van Wert makes a couple of guys miss and is able to fight his way back to the original line of scrimmage. So dancing around, but not a whole lot of production. And there goes the first timeout for the Beavers with 2:31 to play.
I think American River got away with being offsides on that play too, because it looked like the outside linebacker stepped into the zone and literally before the snap was over where he should have been. But no flags by the officials, and they let the game go, and here we are, 2:31.
Fresno City's got 3rd and 2. You would assume that you're just going to see a run play here on 3rd down, and then if they're unable to get the first down, maybe another run play on a 4th and short. I would assume that Coach Cavilla is probably going to want to run the rest of the clock on this game out here as soon as he gets the opportunity to.
Yeah, and it looks like they got a big package too. They got another big tight end in there right now, possibly to block on the inside seam.
Peyton Van Wert, the 6'3 freshman out of Dos Palos.
Going over the left side.
Inside handoff, and it's going to be a first down for the Rams. Churning the legs and moving the pile goes, I believe that was Jemson Cantave, and that first down should all but do it.
And again, going back to the offensive line, winning the line of scrimmage, coach knew he could run the ball, and anytime you run between the interior 1, 2, 3, or 4, that's power. That's literally power, and you got to give credit where credit is due. Your offensive guards and your center are basically making those things work for you. So good job to them, and good job to your tackles too. You're not taking any discredit from them, but when you can run inside the 1, 2, 3, or 4 hole, you got power on your offensive line. And good job tonight for those guys.
And one thing that I was impressed with the Fresno City defense is it really kind of seemed like the first 2 games of the year, they didn't really have that consistency. Or, they weren't necessarily playing all together. We didn't see them put it all together. I felt like here in this game, even from the get-go, the defense was playing like a group. They were playing together. And I think that with the offense's success, it really kind of allowed both sides of the ball to get a little bit more confidence with each other.
Sure.
1st and 10, 2:25 to play. 42-28 advantage for the Rams. Another inside handoff. And Cantave gets some yardage off the right side, still moving the pile all the way up ahead, getting some help from his offensive lineman, still going all the way down to the 15 until they blow the whistle. Keep those legs moving. It's a first down carry of 14. And with only one timeout, American River doesn't look like they're going to stop the clock.
That's about as close. It's about as close to a rugby play as you're going to see in college football. And Van Wert now, the quarterback here for City College, number 15 is checked in. Honestly, it kind of feels like Coach got a lead and decided, okay, let's play a different game with this quarterback. And then he got got a couple more touchdowns and decided, hey, let's try this scheme with this quarterback. It was kind of a cool game tonight to see, pretty much everybody contributing really on the offensive side.
So I'll give you the rundown of the quarterback's playing time. Yajae Vance, the starter, played the entire first quarter, played most of the second quarter, and it was late in that second quarter that David Marquez came into the action. I put in my notes he came in for the final drive of the second quarter, but it wasn't the final drive because the interception and then the touchdown a little bit later
right.
kept him in there. And then it was English who came in to start quarter number 3, Christian English, and now we've got Peyton Van Wert kind of mopping things up to finish this game.
Yeah, and coach is staying with the big package. See, 2 receivers split, but everybody on the interior is 200 plus.
Shotgun formation. Van Wert is going to kneel it down, and the Beavers will take their 3rd and final timeout with 1 minute and 57 seconds left, so they cannot stop the clock anymore after this. If they do get the ball back, it would be about 30 seconds.
And again, I do like the fact that coaches let all his quarterbacks come in tonight. Even Van Wert, even with the little assignment he's got left right now. That's excellent ball handling and control from the offense, getting everybody involved, making it a team and a group effort, even more so.
Well, and you never know throughout the course of a season when you're going to need to tap into that experience. Especially at this level, you never know when your number is going to get called, and it can get called a lot more frequently than people think. So it's always good to stay ready, and when you can get fresh in-game reps, you're not going up against your own guys in practice. When you can get those in-game reps, the heart beats up, everything's going. It can be so instrumental for your team as they go down the stretch, as the Rams going to take yet another kneel down, and the clock will start to wind down near a minute and 30 seconds to play.
Almost feels like we're gonna see a 3-point or a field goal effort here.
Yeah, I mean, Rams can't run out the clock without getting a first down on this possession right now.
Right.
So if American River were to get the ball back, again, it would be with just about 30, maybe 25 seconds. Well, and also in this formation with Van Wert taking the kneel down from out of the shotgun, that also kills about 3 seconds before he actually gets his knee down to the ground. And Coach C is going to take a timeout.
Fresno, number 1.
Can't take him home with you, I guess, right, Gino?
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. Might as well use them all.
Soak in the victory feeling at home a little bit. First time that this team's gotten a win here on their home field this year.
And rightfully so. I mean, they came out here, they worked hard, they stayed focused. The game plan was, it's fun to say that with 4 quarterbacks, you had 4 game plans.
Yeah.
But we knew they had one game plan coming in. And, of course, like any other, like most teams, you have 3 or 4 scenarios that you know is either going to happen or not going to happen. So you kind of plan for that as well, in a sense. And I think Coach did a great job tonight getting his guys involved and kind of giving everybody the opportunity to experience this tonight, making everybody accountable for, their actions tonight. And it's a good feel. It's a good win tonight. It's definitely a good feeling.
So who do we give our player of the game to?
Ooh.
We got to, the result of the game is not in doubt. Well, you got a minute to think about it, so it's okay. We're not going to wrap it up here for another minute or so as the Rams go inside handoff for no gain.
Handoff is to Kante.
Let's see if we get
a minute
field
to
goal.
play.
Field goal try here.
Coach C doesn't look like he's. Or is he getting Liam Peterson up there? I see a.
He wants to get in there. You see him right there by Coach.
He came over. He's asking number 48 over there. Or no, that's Ethan Rossetti. That might be the long snapper. I see 46 is standing right next to him. That's Scrivener. The entire specialty crew is there asking for a field goal opportunity. It's 4th and 20.
He's going to run it.
The Rams are going to snap the ball, and it's only going to be about 20 seconds left on the game clock. Or they won't even snap the ball. They'll take
it all the way down.
Timeout. Fresno, number 2.
Take it all the way down. Take their final timeout.
Now we think about things.
Yeah.
Now we get to think about things.
But again, even if you're coaches, never hurts to practice situational football when you can get reps in an in-game situation. So I don't fault either team for you got a timeout late. It doesn't hurt to talk it over, preach the situation that you're in, make sure everybody's on the same page, and not let things get crazy. But a 14-point advantage, 21 seconds to go.
You were talking about player of the game. You almost want to give it to Holmes, to Brandon Holmes, for for a lot of the gameplay that he had to deal with tonight, and basically he was on. It felt like he was in on at least 40% of gameplay tonight on defense. But I think offensively, I'm gonna give it to Brown. That catch was amazing, and just being in the right place at the right time on that throw was pretty awesome.
Rams just going to try and run out the clock. Moving to his right goes Peyton Van Wert, and he's tackled with 15 seconds left. So The Beavers will come out and maybe take a shot for the end zone if they feel like it. Don't know if there's the 14-point play, though we did see Fresno City score in a two-play succession that was about 20 or 30 seconds worth of time there at the end of the second quarter, but a lot of field left for the Beavers here. Fresno City fans starting to know it, standing up, cheering on their Rams.
I think if I had to choose an offensive player, though, I think I would give it to Vance tonight because he set the tone for the game. He really did. And he gave everybody an opportunity to get involved early and literally give the quarterbacks behind him the opportunity to get in the game and show what they got, you know. And Coach C's got an amazing group of young men down there, and this is going to be a great year. Honestly, we're in Game 3 right now, and I'm excited.
Cruz out of the shotgun will throw deep towards the sideline. Catch made by Jaden Anderson. Anderson, the wide receiver for the Beavers, he's been making an impact over there for American River. He's had a nice afternoon in the losing effort.
11 seconds on the board. Got to go deep.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
What else are you going to do at this point? If you throw anything underneath, then you're just wasting their times too. There you go. You got three receivers set on the right side. Spread.
Cruz out of the shotgun. Pumps fake, now throws to the left. High ball, and that one will sail way out of bounds. 5 seconds to go. One more play for the Beavers.
Cruz goes deep. Incomplete.
Great gameplay for the Rams tonight. Again, great team win. And I do mean team. I mean, I feel like I keep going back to it, but it's so cool to see so many quarterbacks and so many receivers and so many running backs in there doing their job and being accountable for it. And let's not forget about the offensive line tonight. They won at the line of scrimmage. They took American River down. They wore them down. They did what they wanted with the run game. Great job tonight.
What should be the last play of the game, maybe not 1 second left on the clock. So, nope, they are going to send it to zeros. We'll wait for the officials to call it.
It's the ball game.
They have not called it yet. Looks like they will, though. Fresno City picks up their first win at home on the year, second win overall, as they take down American River 42-28 here from Ratcliffe Stadium.
Great game tonight. Rams got a lot going on, and next week they got a tough one. And when we come back home in 2 weeks, we'll play San Mateo. We'll be able to talk about the toughness of this Rams offense and defense on the road. Can they get their second win on the road? How will they play? Going 21 now. It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
So real quickly before we clock out of here, we'll give you the scoring recap for Fresno City in the first quarter. It was a Yache Vance 10-yard touchdown pass to Noe Felix to get the scoring started for the Rams. Vance had another touchdown pass, this one coming to Jacob English. It was a 60-yard pass back in that first quarter as well. Jackson Sinfeld with a 17-yard rushing touchdown in the second quarter, followed quickly after Jacob Niemeyer intercepts a pass. It was Jordan Colbert, who rushed one in from 40 yards out for a score. In the third quarter, it was English at quarterback, but it was Dante Hedrington with a really nice 21-yard rushing touchdown. And last but not least, like my partner Gino just mentioned, the outstanding catch in the end zone from number 9, Ray Brown. No field goals out of the leg of Liam Peterson today, but he was a perfect 6 for 6 on his extra points. Like Gino was saying, the Rams will go on the road as they'll take on City College of San Francisco at 2 o'clock next Saturday. Next time that you can see your Fresno City Rams here in action will be Saturday, September 27th, 5 p.m. kickoff as they host College of San Mateo. A big thank you to our entire CMAC production crew here at Ratcliffe Stadium. For Gino Morrow, it's been Eric Bentley on the call. Fresno City victorious over American River 42-28, and you've been watching all of the action right here on CMAC.